Let me just get this sorted.
So
It's
is this
all
on your YouTube channel, yeah?
yeah, it's on YouTube. Let me just get the link. Can I get the link?
For your YouTube.
Can you grab the link, Dan? Dan
Yeah,
can
one
grab
sec.
the link. Yeah.
It hasn't come up yet. Just waiting for you to go live. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Send you it on Discord.
Mhm.
Or do you want me to just post it on Discord for
You
you?
can post it, yeah, if you can. So I don't. I'm not gonna do the fold. Just like gonna skip some parts.
What should I call it? Community Night
Yeah,
VOD review.
EPCL Community Night VOD review. Yeah. Should be alpha. Yeah, it is alpha. Hey, cause the title wasn't changed.
All right,
Or maybe
done.
it's Twitch bug. Alright, thanks. So we're gonna do alpha games first, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Let's get through it. Jump into game
We got it.
one.
So we're excited. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Alright.
Ring and Mountain. We got
Now
Silver
looking at all these
Today, all on
games,
beat
what
is
do you
from a couple
think?
teams in.
How
Is that
did
right?
team
Okay.
do? Teams do?
On Alpha or Bravo.
Both.
Um, there's definitely a big difference in gameplays, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more teams left towards the end of the game in the Alpha games. The Bravo teams seem to fight a lot more. Fight a lot more that they didn't need to fight in a certain way.
Yeah, I guess people were just,
I think people get nervous as well. Like, not everyone's played on a competitive level
oh
for
yeah.
like for like for that long or at all. So like, yeah, when it comes to competing, I think a lot of teams kind of like lose their head a bit. They get nervous and then they do silly things.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen there's gonna be I think game 4 of alpha. There's a perfect example of that. I'll show you. I'm not sure if you did the VOD reviews with your team or
Yeah, we reviewed yesterday's games.
yeah, well, there's a good example of that in game 4. I'll show you later on. Let's start this one. But yeah, definitely my opinion, I don't know. I feel like some teams are definitely more secure and more comfortable with playing this and like
Yeah.
well, obviously newer teams won't be able to do that. Do you analyze the games? Yes, we do, Tanky Star. We do. Right. Okay. So first of all, this is gonna be awkward for me, but I kind of want to talk about this.
Hmm.
It's obviously a full lobby, right?
Yep.
So what would you say, in your opinion, what are the best? Because there's obviously not enough space on the map for each team to have their own town, their own loot, right?
Yeah.
So in your opinion, what are the best spots to like hot drop a team?
Fort, 100%, and probably Balmung. Probably the two best to hot drop, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Um,
Definitely, the teams need to think more about that.
yeah, they're a lot more spaced out, so like you're not necessarily spawning and you're instantly fighting. You kind of have a bit of time to loot and find a gun and a helmet and an armor before you start fighting.
Yeah, exactly. So you need
Whereas,
some.
yeah, whereas a lot of other places, it's like basically if you don't find a gun in that first house, there's a big chance that you're gonna get killed.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's risky to hot drop, obviously. So obviously teams don't know who they're spawning against. Some might because like you watch scrims, teams
Yeah.
spawn in the same places, right? But then again, you never know what happens in league games. Teams could
Oh
swap
yeah.
out. It could happen, like anything could happen. So if you're hot dropping, you need to think more into it. Like you need to be
Yeah.
careful what you're doing. I definitely agree with you that fourth is a really good place for teams to hot drop because it's decent, like it's a decent area. It has a lot of loot and you don't get into like risky fights with the
Yeah,
pistols
exactly.
and stuff.
You can loot enough and you can pull out without fighting. In all
Yeah,
fairness.
in case you have to, yeah, you can
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
pull out.
Same with Balmung, really.
Yeah,
Like if you get higher Balmung or lower Balmung, you don't necessarily have to fight. You can loot the higher houses and you can go straight up the hills. Like there's plenty of ridges as well, so you can't get shot.
yeah. One more spot I think from what I've played Dion. I'd say Skadi is a decent hot drop place.
It is, yeah, because like you see, like Team 13, there is always one person that
They're
spawns on that
split,
square.
yeah.
Yeah, so if 4 people do spawn on one square, like last second or something, they're either fighting that one guy in a zone or they're against 3 people.
Mm.
So
It's a really good place. The loot, like the houses are decently covered.
yeah,
You have a lot of loot. You don't engage into a risky fight, as I said before.
yeah,
So it's
that was
definitely a good place.
Scotty was actually like that was going to be our first place that we were going to spawn. We did try it a few times, but
Yeah,
I don't know. There's just something about it that, especially if zone goes like far northeast, northwest, sorry, as well.
yeah,
And like you've got like the Ice Tongue Hills and like the say Balmung Mountains and Varimine Mountains. Like there's so much you have to get across before you can get there.
yeah, that's true.
Um, but the one reason that we like spawning Wagner is if we do get that zone, there's also a high chance that the next zone just cuts off half of Wagner. We can actually stay there.
Yeah, exactly. So
Um,
you're good for that too.
yeah, and if it goes one side or the other, we can also go across to the hills above Graveyard.
Mm,
So
yeah.
we've still got high ground basically.
Okay, so Tanky Star said he doesn't think Skadi is good because you fight for so long.
I
Well,
can agree with that. I agree with that.
okay, but here's the thing, right? That's true. But if you look at it like this, right? Which hot drop doesn't last long? Only
Yeah,
if a team is way stronger than the other. If both teams are
yeah,
equally good, the fight is gonna last long because people are going to play smart, right?
yeah.
People will play slower, obviously. So, but I don't think it's more in a place, rather in like teams and teams difference in skills. But the reason I said Skadi is a good place is because the loot is spread, the houses are good, and the spawn
Mhm.
places are not close to each other, so you don't have those risky fights. You still can loot a house or two and grab a helmet,
Yeah,
grab something to fight with. And your point that you said there's always one guy that spawns like, separated from the team, so there's always
yeah.
that.
The only thing with it is like I think what Tanky might mean is like it's also how I think about it as well.
Because
Is
of
if the
rotation.
Yeah, well, if the fight does go on for that long, and the zone goes, for example, like northeast or northwest, or it's a full north zone, like
Yeah,
the fight goes on for that long, you see teams get. I think it actually happened yesterday or today, maybe in Bravo,
I'm not
where
sure.
two teams fought and they fought for that long that by the time they got to the zone, it was literally like
It was late.
on the second of like the zone popping again.
Yeah, but that's always like there's always a thing of like, decisions in game, right? So if you
Yeah.
see zones really far away from you and you're still fighting, you can always say, listen,
Oh yeah, of
guys,
course.
this fight is gonna last too long. Let's just pull out or
Yeah,
like let's risk it and go for it.
yeah.
So, yeah, but the same goes with fort, right? Forts top right of the map, right? So if you spawn fort and your fight is lasting long and zone is southwest, right? Your
Yeah.
rotation is gonna be so
I
screwed. Like,
mean, I can agree with that as well because like we spawn Wagner and you can see the distance from us to fort. Like that's quite a fair distance.
yeah,
And if the zone goes southwest for us, it's an absolute ball ache trying to do that rotate because like if you look on the map now, you've got the possibility of one, two, three, four, depending if like you guys rotate early, 5 teams, maybe 6 teams that we have to like think about as we're coming in, as we're
yeah,
coming up these hills
exactly.
as well, who are already basically there. There's one, two, three, four, five teams that are basically already around those hills, and we have to go up them. And
Yeah.
it's honestly it's the worst rotate ever. As soon as that zone goes, I'm just dreading it. As soon as it goes that zone.
I would also say like that most teams don't like left side of the map for it to be because like if you don't spawn, obviously left side is higher ground, right? It's all
Hmm.
mountains. So if you spawn on right side of the map, your rotation is gonna be up the hill.
Yeah,
So I don't think like many teams like left side zones, but it is what it is. Sometimes it
yeah.
happens, so you have to deal it. Sometimes you manage, sometimes you don't, right?
For
So
teams like Team 10, 12, and 8, it's perfect. Team 1 as well, it's
true,
perfect.
true.
Like to spawn there, because even if the zone goes completely northeast, like you can literally glide across the entire map from those hills.
In my experience, I would say Team 12 or Andvari Mine is probably the strongest spawn on Dion.
Yeah, I agree because you've got mountains either side. You've
Yeah.
got you've got the ski resort mountains as well, if you need it.
Yeah,
And like you say,
exactly.
from those mountains, like far north as well, you can literally glide from there to Skadi. That you
Yeah.
can do the complete map.
I feel like that spot is really underrated in comp because none of the, well, quote, stronger teams have been taking it, and I think it's
Hmm.
really strong. In my opinion,
Yeah,
I used to spawn that with there with my previous team, so it's really high, right? You can glide anywhere if it goes right
yeah,
side. If it goes left side, you're already up high, you're in controlling position, so I
yeah,
think Anvari Mine is a really good spot. Also, some other spots that are good are the towns that are close to mountain. Obviously, Ring Mountain, Sigil, and Wagner. Those are three really strong spots to spawn in as well.
yeah.
So yeah, right.
If you give
So
me 1 second, I'm just going to close my window. Give me
yeah,
one
yeah,
sec.
no worries. So teams decide to hot drop ski resort and Ring Mountain. That's also fine, but like I let's gonna start with the ski resort. I don't think ski resort is a good place to hot drop a team.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I was talking about ski resort and like I don't feel it's a good idea to hot drop there. The loot is too spread. There's not
Yeah,
enough loot, and I don't feel like it's worth to hot drop there, in my opinion. But then again, teams might do.
I do feel like a lot of teams that spawn there are kind of teams that haven't got a choice in
Mm,
this in the sense of like you said, like teams know where teams spawn. So like
you're kind of forced to spawn there.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like right, do I spawn on SendFiles? Do I spawn on DS? Do I spawn on Endpoint? Do I spawn on NG? Like it's like, do you want to risk that fight against a good team who's got a good position that if you
yeah.
win the fight, like you could possibly come out on top? Or do you just like play safe and go for somewhere like that? But yeah, like rotates from that side are also quite bad.
It's a good example of that is okay. Might be like a little bit weird for me to talk about this, but a really good example of that is what F1 is doing, right? They're spawning on us, right? We've been
Hmm.
spawning there for quite some time. We know that town left to right. We know what to do about around that town. And you've seen what they did Saturday. They didn't do much. They got one good game and they got 210 total points. Like,
Yeah, out of 4 games.
yeah, if they think they're doing well, they're not, obviously, because they're getting the loot, right?
Hmm.
They're taking the entire city, they're taking their time, but they're obviously not good enough to like, or they don't know Ring Mountain that good enough, or rotations from it, that they're
True.
not definitely not getting the full potential of it. And we don't mind them
Hmm.
spawning there. We'll take the mansion. That's all what we need.
Yeah,
But
I can't
yeah,
remember if F1 played in below zero,
I think they might have played in below zero. I'm not
but I
so
can't
sure.
remember where they spawned in below zero because I know it definitely wasn't Ring.
I'm really curious, like to know what's the reason behind them spawning there, because it's
Yeah.
obvious that it's not working for them.
Well, yeah, like this isn't like any flame or anything. Like they got 210 points from like 1 game, and in 3 games they got 0 points in
Yeah,
3 games. But like I said to you earlier when we were just talking like privately, like we had one bad game, and from that one bad game, we knew we had to change it.
yeah,
Like we couldn't
exactly.
that the first game plan that we had, we couldn't do that again because if we ended up with the same points like that, it'd have been awful. We had to play super safe for
Yeah.
that second game, which we did, and it managed to work out. But yeah,
I
you
also
have to
feel,
change it.
yeah, I also feel that's like the difference between many teams. Teams are not capable of adapting.
Yeah,
You gotta be ready to adapt to anything.
yeah,
We did that. Like
yeah,
these guys interrupted our normal game and we just adapted and started playing like that. And we did score proper. Like even though we had two really bad games,
yeah.
we were kind of unlucky in those games, but whatever, we still scored top four, right? So it's
Hmm.
good for us. We don't mind. We can stick with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Let's keep going. Let's see what they do. Where do they go? Do they go into a fight?
I think
They,
they're going to ski resort.
oh
Oh, is
no,
it
there goes
Scotty?
Skadi. Yeah. Okay, so we have team 14. That's team Just and Valor. Let's see what's going on. There we go. As I said, like look at the spawns on the map, right? So they're decently spread out.
Yep.
No risky fights. So this is a good hot drop place, and there's so many houses for teams to loot.
Yep. So
Uh,
wait, Team 14 were actually hot dropping ski resort at first,
yeah, but I think
and they came
they
here last
changed
second. Yeah.
last second. Yeah, so that was definitely a good call in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see what's going on here. See, both of the teams are just looting. Like you have enough time to grab a weapon, grab helmet, grab vest, and then fight. And decide
Hmm.
what you want to do. Even though if you don't want to fight, you still got a decent amount of houses. You can just take the loot and like run out, right? Go
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Or you can take the loot. You can pick two
Yeah,
houses or a house and just say, look, boys, like hold this. If
yeah,
they want to fight
exactly.
us, they can come.
I think they were expecting us to fight with F1, but yeah.
Yeah. So like, so this. Did you know you were going to do this as soon as you spawned, or was this like a call during?
Okay, so during the scrims, right, we have tested different things.
Yeah.
So we have tested fighting them in mansion, and
Yeah.
they did a
Yes.
good choice there. We won many fights in mansion, and they just decided not to go there, right? So they
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of going contesting as mansion, they decided to go town.
Hmm.
But just based of how good and how long we spawn in Ring Mountain, we know that it's not good and it's not worth to push the town
Yep.
because F1 has decent players there, right?
So
We
what
know
was your
they
loot
can.
like then? What was your loot like there? Was it decent?
Our loot, I think I was running three Grozas with the iron sight on all three of them. We
Yeah.
had no meds, but then again, we just decided to like grab a good position in the zone, right? We
Yeah. Yeah.
we weren't, we weren't thinking too much about the actual loot, rather getting a good position and then possibly fighting a team, because teams don't usually expect other teams to be up there early on that mountain.
Especially that early. Like that
Yeah,
is ridiculously early. Like if you see like there's 15 seconds left on the clock, you guys are already on sigil.
yeah,
Like also like I mean I can say this because everyone should know if they VOD review after games anyway. Like Lucerne always go to the bottom of sigil and they
yeah,
hold
like
that.
this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They move across to the north slightly and they
Hmm.
hold like that bottom part that like overlooks ring slightly.
Okay, fair
Um,
enough.
so like if you see where Eve Tox is and like the other players of ELS,
Yeah.
we tried to rotate in scrims like just to test it because we knew that they always go there, but we wanted to see how quick we could get there.
Hmm.
Um, and we literally got to like where the house like the tower is at the bottom of the hill.
Oh yeah, you mean this one,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tower one? Yeah.
So we got to just there to exactly where your mouse is now on that hill to the
Hmm.
left of it. We got there, then we noticed they were there, so we turned around and we come back.
Hmm.
But that was actually going to be one of our rotates to go straight there and cut them off because with like realistically in scrims they have been scoring in scrims.
Yeah, they have
So
been scoring really
yeah,
good. Yeah.
so we thought like this is one team that's going to cause us problems basically, and we don't want them to pick up kills off other teams. So we tried to cut them off, but they were there first. It wasn't worth us pushing it.
Yeah, it was also another thing that we did in previous games, in previous scrims, in placement games as well. We noticed that there was a team that was, doing really well and collecting a lot of points. So our call was, okay, listen, guys, these guys are getting way too much. They're getting too ahead of us. So we gotta do something about that. Basically, as you said, most of the teams do what reviews, right? So you kind of
Yeah,
know other team rotations. So we knew
yeah.
what, in that case, Dropshot is gonna do, and we cut them off in the zone. I think it was like around here.
Hmm.
So our rotation was just, listen, we don't care about our position. We know Dropshot's still alive. We know what they're gonna do. We're just gonna cut them off and make their game bad. That's
Yeah,
our main goal because we need to do that. If they run away from us with too many points, right? If they get ahead
yeah,
too much, like it doesn't matter how good we do, like they're still gonna get kills. They're all really
yeah,
good players, right? We can't prevent what's gonna happen before we can get to them.
yeah. Like that
So
one game in Scrims on Friday, like when you guys were coming up the hill as we were driving up and we
yeah,
fought, you ended up winning the fight. Like our plan was to like see how quick we could get to the top of Sigil before you did, because we know obviously we know your rotates, do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's
And
it's
we know
pretty simple.
yeah, we know there's like two positions on Sigil that you hold.
Yeah,
So I said to the boys, I said, right, we're gonna leave with 1 minute left. We're gonna loot as much as we can. We're gonna leave with 1 minute left. Even though we don't know the zone's going that way, we're gonna go towards that direction anyway.
yeah,
Because if the zone does go that way, it's gonna be better for us because we're basically there already.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, but in the end, the timing was wrong. Like maybe to be fair, you screwed us with the fight. You absolutely wrecked us. But just the timing was wrong. But the main purpose for us doing that was just to test the timing to
It,
see where you were basically.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys surprised us because there was it hasn't happened before. There was no team
Yeah.
that came there that early, and we were not ready for that. But luckily, I think someone threw a flash and
Kieran
flashed.
flashed 3 of us.
Yeah, he flashed three of you. That's why we won the fight. But that threw us off. But then again, you learn from that, and then you
Yeah,
gotta be
exactly. You learn
careful.
from that, and we learn from that.
Yeah,
So
both
like
teams learn.
exactly. So the next games that you go into, you like expect that, and even
Yeah,
not necessarily from us, but like
any
if you
team.
if exactly if you know a team can do that. Like there was one scrim where we were on Wagner Hill, and to be fair, the timing was off because I didn't find an AR in like 20 houses or something.
Yeah.
So we were on top of Wagner, and I glided down to those like little 3 houses to the south of Alvita. And
Oh yeah, these ones. Yeah.
as I did that, Amphi got knocked from somebody, and
Oof.
then drop shot just flew up the hill in cars, all 4 of them, and killed the remaining 2.
Yeah.
So since that, I have flashbacks of it in every single game. You can ask the boys. I'm like, right, as soon as we get to this hill, no one's getting near this hill. Everyone's alert. Drop shot and not coming up this fucking mountain.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point, right? If you see a team doing something that you don't expect, you have that in mind every time
Yeah,
after you play after that game.
of
That,
course.
that's what we do as well. Like we adapted. That's why teams need to adapt, right? That's just a pure example of someone adapting to
Hmm.
something that has happened.
Yeah,
Okay, so basically I'm gonna start from my rotation because yeah, it's really early and we grab this insanely strong position here, right? So we keep control of all over the middle of the map, right?
yep.
No other team can get there that close. We know from scrims and VOD reviews that NK spawns Valley Town, but they usually spawn with one guy and they're not interested too much in like holding
Hmm.
Valley Town. So we know nothing's gonna happen from that side. But we usually check it. We check everything, right? We also
Yep,
know that teams like you guys like to rotate towards our mountain. F1 drives up
yep.
the mountain, so we hold all of that and we like tend not to peek so we can surprise a team.
Yeah.
Because teams, I don't think you guys have seen our rotation like this early, right? You
We've never
guys are
seen it before.
used, yeah, you guys are used to us fighting into the town with these guys or whatever, contesting, having a fight, having a late
Yeah,
rotation. This was
and
something
then,
new that we had to do, so
yeah, and then you like what we always expected you to do was obviously like the first the only league and tournament I've ever played was RoCL season 1 on Dion.
yeah,
Like after that, it was all like Europa and stuff. And then obviously I watched you compete when you played for Endpoint in Below Zero.
yeah.
So I can literally like I've got really good memory. I've got photographic memory, and I can remember like every position that you went to when you played for Endpoint on that Sigil Hill, like where you used to hold and everything.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, like the one that we expected you was like the first ledge to the far north.
Yeah, that's
That's where we expected. But now, yeah, you've moved to the far
we
south of it.
started switching up. We started switching up a lot. Like we started adapting and we have some other things that we want to do,
Yeah,
some things that teams haven't seen, a lot of
yeah.
things that needs to be done because you just gotta adapt. It's how it is.
Can you
Okay.
do this alone for 1 minute, Rio?
Yeah, I can go on,
I
go on.
yeah, I'll be 1 minute.
Yeah, no worries. So, all right, let's see what's going on. The zone's gonna pop. Okay, so it's middle left side of the map. This fight, okay, so both of these teams that hot dropped Skadi, just as we said, like they decided it's not worth fighting. We're gonna just fall back and yeah, loot what we can, and I respect that decision. I think that's really good. All right, let's pause it here. So it's middle left side of the map. Team 12 again, really strong position in the zone. They can grab this. These are the highest peak mountains. These and these ones are the highest peak mountains in the game. So these ones aren't fully in the zone. So this mountain right here is the strongest spot in this current zone. But then again, it's not worth for us, and it's really a long and we would genuinely take this if we could, but it's a long rotation and it's an uphill rotation for us. That's why we never went for it. But I think this is a supreme position in this case. Let's see how teams react. As Dan said, Lausanne Esports rotates early and they rotate below the mountain. Let's see how it goes. Teams have figured out Exalti has a decently easy rotation. I think the hardest rotation is gonna be for BG here. No, not BG. Back to Bangkok. Back to Bangkok and these Skadi teams. Even though they should have an easy access to south side of the new zone. Okay, so F1 is going up the mountain. Lasagna Esports is behind them. Let's see what they do here. I don't think they fight, or do they? They see each other. Is he trying to spray with a FAMAS on that distance? 4x. Are you crazy, man? He's crazy. You kids don't try this at home. It's not worth. You won't make it work. Obviously, this is not a position F1 wants to be in, and I think they need to leave this because they're in the middle of a mountain and they have people shooting them from the bottom, and they possibly have seen us climbing up, so they could know that we could like jump on them from up top. Let's see what's going on.
I'm
Okay,
back.
welcome back. So these two teams are still here though. First of all, I thought they're gonna back off from each other, but they're still going. And
Yeah,
I
the
don't
zone's
think
already
that's a,
popped as well.
yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. In this case, you just want to get to the zone. It's the first zone, and you gotta grab a good position in the first zone.
Yeah. They're quite
Okay,
spread as well. Like I'm not like
I like
this is
that
not like
from Team 13, to be honest.
do you see I'll give you my opinion on it.
Hmm.
So like obviously it's easier for us to say now because we can see like the map and we can see where
Yeah,
the other team is. At the time you probably think, yeah, like we've got a good spread here. But
yeah,
I don't think all of these players are going to know that. So like these four players are so close together. I mean, Bagalut's still like quite far behind, but the first three, like
yeah.
coming
They're
up to
really
Hitman
closely
now,
pushing. Yeah,
that's like Hitman's got no trade there. That's like this is the way I'm looking at it now. Obviously, it's easier to say when we can see this. When you're in the game,
obviously
it's
it's
different.
not perfect, right? But
Yeah,
if you end up in this
yeah,
formation, right? I would say if Payne can hold with Hitman here and
yeah.
Sproofy and Grim can push from behind, that would be the best for them.
I mean, Grim should have good vision on that. He should be able to see. I think
He should be able to see
all
all of
three of
them,
those
yeah,
pushing. Yeah,
rotating. The most important thing here for Valor is for Hitman not to die, because if he
yeah,
dies, then they lose a player, and
yeah,
these guys can't help. So he needs to hold this rock.
yeah.
So just
That's
can't climb
how.
up and hide from these two players that are
Yeah.
flanking.
So that's how we normally play it. Like the first man, we call it like the front man. He's the sound man in a sense. Like he
Yeah.
plays for sound. So like if we're holding somewhere, the first guy, if he's got like a decent position where he can just lay down and
Hmm.
he can just listen for footsteps. Like how I don't know how many meters it is exactly that you can hear footsteps,
I'm
but
not sure about that either.
it's a good distance though. Like
Yeah.
it's a good enough distance for you to like have enough time to react and your teammates to get there.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, if Hitman plays for sound, as soon as he hears the sound, I'd personally be putting nades up in the air just
Yeah,
to
definitely.
come down
Just
and
hold
disorient it.
and wait for your flankers to like get into a position to help you, because these
Yeah,
Sproofy and Grim are really far away, right?
yeah,
So he just needs to not to die and like hold, and Payne needs to cover him and trade if needs be if he gets hard pushed. But
yeah,
yeah, let's see what happens here. He is pulling back, which is good, but I don't like this. He's abandoning that position heavily, and he's
yeah. This is
abandoning
way too
Payne as
far.
well. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
leaving Payne.
he's gone way too far there. Way
Yeah.
too far.
Okay, and Grim also not a good idea to start shooting like that. I'm not sure if he had a clear shot on him, but maybe Bagalut saw him. I'm not sure what happened, but you
Yeah,
definitely wanna, if you're flanking, you wanna make sure you're not being seen.
yeah.
You can get an easy kill.
See how I'd call it with Hitman coming round there. Like, if Hitman watches this or like anyone that watches this that we like have like opinions on, like don't
Yeah,
take it to heart. Like it's easier for us to say now that we can see everything. Like at the time, it was probably the right decision at the time.
yeah,
Like,
obviously. Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Um,
We're not
but
judging. We're just,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
analyzing situations. So
yeah.
yeah,
Um, but Hitman kind of puts himself in a redundant position
yeah,
where he's got no impact in any way to help. Where you always have to be in an impactful position, even if you're on low health. You still need to kind of put yourself in that impactful position to help your team.
yeah, exactly. You gotta be ready to help out your team, no matter no matter what your HP is or what your position is. You play for the team and the team plays for you, so you gotta be ready for that. Right? What happened here? Payne dropped one, so they have 4 versus 3, and I like this from Team 13. Both Sproofy and Grim are pushing in now because they know they have a man advantage. Even though it's like high ground they're pushing on, they still have a man advantage, and if they wait for Grim and Sproofy, it shouldn't be an issue to get this fight on their side.
I agree.
So let's see what's going on here. They're all pushing one side. There's one player that's flanking around, and these guys are way too fast for the last guy to get in there. Okay, they're trading. That's a good trade. Yeah, that's an easy fight for them.
See, like looking at that though, like well played to Valor. Like
Yeah,
they got all they've killed all 4 guys. It's 40 points, and they've got all 4 people alive. They've got like 3 minutes basically to rotate in the zone now. But looking from an outside point of view, when that fight first started, in my opinion, Valor lost that fight.
yeah, true. They did. Team 13 had a better call at the start of the fight, but yeah. Let's see what's going on. Is that you guys
Yeah.
making the avalanche?
So let me explain basically what happened here, right? This
Okay.
is my fault, right? I take full responsibility. Like I'm the IGL and I make the last decisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So zone popped. I'm
Yeah.
not blaming this on Tim. Like I said, I'm the person who makes the final decision. As soon as the zone popped, Tim marked this place and was like, here. So like Tim is a good IGL. He's got good awareness.
Okay.
And so basically, say like I'm thinking of things, Tim's already thinking of things, and he lets me know like this is a good spot, this is a good spot. If you know what I mean, he
Yeah.
helps me basically. So he said go here. So I'm like, yeah. We go. We drive all the way there, and then when we get there, I'm like, we're not even safe. Like, why have we? I was like, why have we come here? So it was a total fuck up, basically.
Mm.
So this is why we're gliding now to the top of
The
the
other mountain,
mountains.
yeah.
Yeah, because the first spot was the spot that we were on. Like that's where we went to first, and I was like, then we got there, and I was thinking, why are we here? We're not even safe. Like we've never ever rotated to an unsafe zone before. Why have we done this? But yeah,
Sometimes it
like
happens like that.
yeah. Like, it was my fault. I should have been paying attention more. Um, I just went with it, went to the mark basically. So
Yeah.
then we thought, right, okay, it's not a bad position. We're not far from the zone. We can take some high mountains. So that's why we went towards the more north
I'm
mountains.
gonna tell you my opinion on this.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. I like that. I like the mountain that you guys took.
Yeah. Oh,
But then
we did like yeah,
but then again, right? It's really high in the sky, and as you can see, there's 55 people alive.
yeah.
End of first zone. That's a lot of teams.
It's a lot.
You gotta know that there's gonna be people everywhere, so you gotta be
Mhm.
careful with every rotation. That's the only downside to it.
Yeah. Where are Exalti right now? All right, so
Exalt is down
they've
below you, I think.
yeah, they took that hill just south of Ring Mountain.
Yeah.
So they
You guys would be in trouble if Exalti was holding that mountain though.
yeah,
But then you never know, like you can't know where teams are, and sometimes you just gotta go with it. But then again, also I like that rotation from you guys. Maybe you didn't like it in this game, but me personally, I do like the rotation, and I like the spot you guys took.
I mean you'll find out in 3 seconds why we don't like it.
Fair enough. The
That's
zone.
why.
Okay,
Yeah,
so okay, I'm gonna tell you if I'm not gonna pause. If this was me and my team was there where you guys were, I'd
yeah,
say, listen, glide instantly to the new zone, instantly grab a corner of the new zone because we know there's gonna be people everywhere.
yeah,
Just grab a corner, or if you see houses or like any decent,
yeah,
covering ground or whatever, just a rock houses, any hard cover,
yeah.
just glide there and grab it.
If you pause it now on the map,
Hmm.
so we're literally just about to do basically what you said. Like we're
Yeah.
literally just about to jump off that hill to come into like the zone. Like so the thing is you'll see like Ricky has the map up quite a lot.
Hmm.
There's so many teams gliding in. There's like
It's
there ends
hard
up
for
with
you.
like yeah, it ends up with like 5 teams on like all the mountains. Like you see the zone
Yeah.
where there's the zone wall is in the new zone. There's
Hmm.
just teams all along that. The whole time we're coming around, we're getting pinged off different teams. As soon as like that team was out of distance, there was another team on the hill taking shots. To the point where like we couldn't really turn in to come.
Yeah.
Um, when I watched it back, there was actually I think there was a slot between Lusan and F1. There was like a big slot between the middle of them.
That you
But
guys could have taken.
that yeah, we could have taken it, but it was still so risky to turn in so close because it is easy to shoot people out the sky when they're close.
Yeah.
So yeah, we ended up deciding to go towards passes, which was a mistake.
towards Passer's village. Okay, so you
Yeah.
cut it off through here like this, right?
Yeah, we kind of had no choice. Like, I didn't want to go down early. Obviously, it's not nice being the first team that dies.
Yeah.
That's kind of embarrassing. It's obviously points matter now. Points are important.
Yeah.
So as soon as I think it was F1 started shooting at us first, I said, right, guys, pull off far left, far left. So you'll see us come in, and then we go out far left, and we come all the way around to see where Team 5 are. We follow that line in, which is the team that we end up running into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's kind of, but this is always, it's a BR, it's RNG, it's gonna
Yeah,
have a lot
exactly.
of RNG.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never know, like, same thing happened to us in game 4, I think.
Yeah.
You never know where the zone's gonna end, so you sometimes you just gotta go with it. All right, let's
I've
see
never
what.
seen this zone, though. I've never seen this zone before.
I think I've seen it a couple of times, but it's really interesting. And then, as you can see, I'd say, even though it's my team, but I'd still say we hold the strongest spot in this
Of
new
course.
zone. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no better positions than that.
There's no better position to be in. Even though we didn't do well game 1, we held like the best spot in this zone.
Yeah.
Team 1 is decently good for rotation, obviously. Team 12 is gonna hold the big mountain. That's also really good. They can either glide anywhere they see it's free, or they can just get into the zone, whatever they choose.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams grouped up in the middle, though. I think there's gonna be a fight between NK and this is no recall, right? And F1. Yeah. So this corner here is definitely not a spot to be in, but sometimes you just gotta go there, right?
Yeah.
See what's gonna happen. Even Team 15 is thinking of going there.
Yeah.
Oh
So you
yeah,
see, we've glided like literally the second you press play.
yeah,
Like we knew we were like, if we don't go now and we go late, everybody's going to be holding that corner. Like not necessarily the corner, but everybody's going to be on the outside of that zone, which
Ooh,
makes it even harder.
this is a risky push from Resolution. But wait,
No, but look how lucky they get though.
this is the perfect timing for them. Yeah.
Back to
If
Bangkok literally pull out. I think Back to Bangkok actually spotted them, and then they were like, there's plenty of space for us to move here. We don't even need to fight.
That's an interesting call, but I'd definitely hold those houses because that's a gatekeep you'll never
Yeah.
get again.
Well, yeah, we found that out the hard
You
way.
guys found out that.
Yeah, so you
Oh, yeah.
see, we're coming in towards 11. So it was
But
11 that started shooting at us first.
but look at this group. Look at this. Look at how many teams there's here.
Yeah.
And this is a pure example of what I'm saying. This is a really strong team. They know what they're doing, right? I mentioned this hill.
Yeah.
I mentioned this hill as being the strongest point that they can glide. And they could have easily glided here and got into the zone, but no, they decide to go up here to the strongest point and get into that. I really like this from DS. It was a smart call because this is a low ground and they wouldn't be able to get like in further into positions.
Yeah. The thing when you've got high ground like that though, like, and you've got high ground that's new zone and high ground that's current zone.
Yeah,
You don't have to make a risky like, you know what, we're gonna glide from here like 1,000 meters to here. Like you can literally just take your time, just be
exactly.
aware,
Yeah,
and you can just make your way down to the highest possible point that's new.
yeah,
You can just hold the high ground and go down in the last 30 seconds.
yeah. But there's a lot of teams that decided to go this corner.
Yeah.
Ah, I don't know what to think about this because you know there's a team spawning Ring Mountain, you know there's a team spawning Sigil, right? You know there's a team spawning Blue Peak, and you know there's a team spawning Valley Town.
Yeah.
It's
In my head, I
definitely.
just knew those hills were going to be riddled with people.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as we started gliding, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit like, oh god, like I don't like this basically.
Hey Key. No worries, Key. Yeah, so you guys instantly get shot and decide
Yeah.
to move. This is something you had to do, right?
Yeah, we leave.
It's
Yeah,
not something
basically.
you guys wanted to do, but
Yeah. So you see, you've got F1 up there. NGB were taking a few shots at us as well when we first
yeah.
come round. So then we come around ring, and then ELS start taking shots at us. But I think if you pause it when the map comes up now, like we could have actually come in like that north side of Sigil Hill between Lucerne and F1. Like looking at it now, that would have been the best option. Like to fight where you see that we'll fight in a second. would have been a better chance to win if we'd have went between those two teams instead.
In between ELS and F1, right? This
Yeah,
one.
like and just fight our way up the hill.
Yeah, fair
basically.
enough. I think yeah, that's a good spot. We heard so many shots around us as well. Like we were hesitant to third party other teams, but we just decided not to. Um, it was a call because we knew we are holding the strongest position and possibly the strongest position in the next zone, so we just decided to stay put.
Yeah.
Still 55 people alive. Zone 2, that's a lot of people, and that's a
Zone
lot
3
of
is ready to pop
yeah,
in 3 minutes.
yeah, it's insane. It's really hard to play. Like if you don't get the zone in this lobby, it's really hard to play, and any
I mean,
like decision
a-
can
all
yeah.
to all like high tier role play, like all the tournaments we've played in are all like this, like with so many people left in like the final zone. Like I don't know if you
It's
remember that one time. I don't know if it was Orserve or it might have been RoCL where there was like
it was
52 people left in the
last
final
zone.
zone.
Yeah, yeah, it was Ring Mountain even. I
Yeah, it was a
remember.
Ring Mountain. Yeah, because
Yep,
we
yep.
actually spawned Ring that game.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember. There's so many red dots on the map.
yeah,
52 people last zone.
yeah.
That shit was crazy. I remember that. But yeah, it is like it's different from scrims, and I think teams should play more like this. But then again,
Yeah.
teams play like they wanna play.
We do play serious to an extent, but also it is the time to try different things. Like you have
Yeah,
to.
of
It's the only
course.
time to try new things. You can't try new things in a off the first time in an official game.
Yeah. So DS is fighting for the really good spot on the
This
mountain
Deadly
with
team are
Deadly.
actually a good team. Like I know I've been away from Raw for quite a bit, like from like April time for
Yeah.
like quite a couple of months, but considering I'd never heard of them,
Yeah,
like
they're
they're actually
playing.
pretty decent.
Yeah, they're playing really good. Oh, these up the hill mountain pushes, that's always a pain. Uh, I think Team 11 is gonna also get in trouble right now.
See, right now, if you pause it, if you go back slightly, maybe like 5 seconds, where you can still see
Uh,
no recoil. Yeah, so just play it again from here. If you pause it 1 sec, I'll tell you when. Now, no. So like where no recoil are right now,
yeah,
like they should be on the right hand side of that hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it, and they want to come up that back side
hmm,
to where the top trees are. Like
true.
fighting from those ridges, it's really hard because if someone's at the top of it, it's just like a tunnel. You just aim down the tunnel and
Yeah, you
you
spray
spray
him.
people.
Yeah.
But I don't know who actually wins this fight, but it looks like no recoil spend quite a lot of time there where I don't think they should.
I don't know why they didn't pull out. Like they had, well, the game goes on and they have a lot of time to pull back and not
Yeah,
fight, but I don't know what was in their mind. See what's gonna happen.
yeah. Like we said, it's easier for us to say because
Now we
we can
see everything, yeah,
we can see.
obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Storming
See,
got knocked glide, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It turned bad really quick, basically. See, NK have already cut them off. I think if no recoil had just like pushed all the way up before and met them there,
yeah. It would have
it
been
might
better, but I think they were fighting a team behind them, so they didn't have too
NK
much.
have come into third. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like how Nerial's staying back.
yeah, he's covering from behind. I think
Yeah,
yeah,
making sure
Taylor
nobody's
knocked
pushing them.
Yolka.
Yeah. Does he get the thirst on that?
No, no, we don't get the kill here.
You kind
Uh,
of helped no recoil there, to be fair, without realizing.
we did, but like then again, if we were like, okay, try to get the knock and then try to get the kill,
Yeah,
it's point for us. Like we don't care
yeah,
who we're helping. We don't know if we're helping anyone or not, but
yeah. I think it's also good sometimes to let teams know you're there.
oh yeah, of course. Sometimes,
So like, yeah, like you dropped whoever it was it Yolka?
Yolka, yeah.
Like you dropped Yolka, now NK are like paranoid about you guys on that hill. So like
Yeah.
every time they're fighting, they're gonna be thinking like, watch your back to these guys.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a person watching on us all the time and shooting on
Yeah.
us as well. Oh, Deadly. So Deadly pulled back from that fight. Okay, interesting. And DS. Oh, I'm
See, I
not
think
so
that's smart by Deadly.
That's smart but Deadly, but I'm not so sure about the what DS did in this game? How did they get out with this? What's
Looks
going
like
on?
Ram just wiped everybody.
So they also went for the corner, you know, the corner where all the teams were. They
Yeah.
also went there instead of, yeah. But they, again, as I said, just grab a spot in the zone and hold it. That's what they're gonna do, right?
Hmm.
Oh, you guys are stuck. That's a really bad position for you.
Yeah. There's literally a ridge that's like you can't even stand up behind it because it's
Mm,
not that big. Also, on top of that, we had Lucien on the hill who were just shooting us directly in the side. I had to put a smoke grenade down
that's
to the
really
side
hard
so
for
they
you
couldn't see
guys.
us. Yeah.
Oh, this is also really risky by Valor. Look how much space they had anywhere
Yeah.
here. I guess they didn't know, but you gotta expect someone to be around that.
Yeah. If you look on the bottom right cam as well, like we literally just decided, like, boys,
Oh, is this your fight?
which team do you want to die by, basically. Like we had no choice, honestly. Like even when we were running across towards to fight them,
Yeah.
we were getting shot from the side as well. But after this, I kind of thought to myself, like, all right, what we should have done is we should have stayed in the zone as long as we possibly could and medded because they had to push back because that house was actually it wasn't in the zone.
The house?
If
Oh
you
yeah, the house isn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the house is actually in the old zone. So like thinking about it back, like when the game finished, we were like, we should have stayed behind that ridge, medded as much as we could to the point where we couldn't med and we had no choice but to push it.
Mm.
Maybe they'd have like fell back, or maybe like back to Bangkok, as you can see back to Bangkok are in the background.
Yeah, they're trying to
That
third party that.
they'd have started shooting them, then we could come in behind. Like that would have been the best choice. But like I say, it's easy to say when you can see everything.
Obviously, it's easier. Yeah, now. But going on about this decision from Valor, I definitely don't like this. They just, yeah. Wait, what? Okay.
Who dropped pin? Oh, okay. Oh, Sproofy.
Mm.
Why are they so late in zone? I don't understand. I
They
don't
were
understand.
rotating. This was the team that fought Skadi, right?
See,
Yeah.
there's a perfect example, like Tanky said.
Yeah,
You
true.
fought, you
They,
fought for too long.
but did you see their decision making? Like the zone was already popped, and you still decide to fight in Skadi. I mean, come
Mm,
on.
yeah. I thought Grim was bleeding out. That he's actually alive.
Yeah, he's the last person alive. DS is pushing this. I don't know. This house is really hard to push, but I guess they're making it work.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're just out aiming the other team.
exactly. If you can out aim people.
I'm also curious. Okay, so see this. Do you
Yep.
see NK? Why NK has clear shots on these guys? Why is NK not shooting them? Like, what's going on there?
I have no idea. Maybe whoever the DS player is at the back, maybe he was like actually returning shots on them. I don't
Possible,
know.
yeah, he was covering.
I've noticed like I think the way like DS play a lot as well is this isn't taking anything away from like they're a top team and all the players are sick players.
Yeah.
Um, they see like fights and they look in the kill feed and they're like, right, we can fight this team, we can fight this team, and they
Oh,
chase the fights that they know they can win. If you know what I mean, which isn't a bad thing.
yeah,
It's not like
yeah,
they're taking the easy option, but it's like it's smart in the way they think. They think, all right, we know we can beat this team. We know we can beat this team.
definitely.
Or this team are fighting. We'll stay away. We'll go away from this one.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It's a good thing to do sometimes as well.
Yeah,
It's the same with us. Like, listen, guys, no offense to that team, right? Even though I don't say that, I'm saying it now. No offense to
yeah,
whichever team it is. I'm like, listen, it's those guys. We know we can fight them.
yeah,
We know we can
yeah.
take those kills, so we just go for it.
Totally. Like when I say that about DS, like DS can wipe out any team. Like
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying they're scared of any team. They're obviously not scared of any team at all. But yeah. When I see them fighting, I always think like they fight that team quite a lot. They fight that team quite a lot. Like they seem to fight the same teams.
they obviously, have
Maybe it's
been.
just the rotation,
Yeah,
the
have
way
been
they rotate.
checking. Maybe they
Yeah,
have been checking other team rotations. It's like, listen, guys, this team goes here. Let's cut them off here, right?
yep.
And sometimes it's just RNG, as PRs are usually are RNG, nothing
I've
else.
noticed that Back to Bangkok seem to play the really late rotate come in zone last second game. Like
Okay.
I don't know if that was intended yesterday, but it seemed to happen a lot.
Promium, I think Promium is their captain or something. So I know he played with Exalti, and if you remember previous Exalti, they had like really late rotations where
Yeah,
they would glide in the air, right? And
yeah.
then they would get into the next zone from
I noticed
like
like a lot of French teams do that.
mm.
I
It's a
remember
really smart play.
Below Zero, Rogue One did that as well.
Yeah, Rogue One
Rogue,
also does that.
yeah, they would spawn at fort and they'd go to the top of the mountains and they'd wait at the top of the mountains. They'd glide off and then, but they'd time it though so that they come into the new zone as the
When it
new zone
pops.
popped,
Yeah.
so they could go straight to the new zone.
That's also really smart because then
Yeah,
you don't have to
we've done that a
worry.
few times.
Yeah.
We've done that a few times. We think, right, we'll glide from here. We might be in. We might take like, I don't know, like 10 HP damage, but we know where the new zone is. Well, we can go straight there.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna talk about our fault here. This was my fault. Um, I decided to go down the mountain, even though I repeated so many times that there's gonna be teams. I said, guys, listen, there's gonna be teams from behind. We know there's teams behind, and look, F1 is coming. If we
Hmm.
held this ridge here, we get easy
Yeah,
points on F1. But we
yeah, yeah,
decide to go down, like towards heli. You'll
yeah.
see where the heli pops, and then as soon as we see the heli, we decide to go down the mountain. But that was still my mistake for calling that.
The thing is, it's a mistake now because, like you say, we can
Now,
see
yeah,
this. At the time, you make that call off what you know. So,
yeah.
like at the time, it's not necessarily wrong. So, do F1 all die to the zone or
No,
something?
no, no. They get into. They even end up killing the guy that killed us, I think. They end up killing Promium, but we fought that fight really badly. It was unlucky, and at the same time, it was a mistake from us.
Hmm.
I don't think they're gonna show, so I won't go through it too much. But they won't show the entire fight. NK is fighting with ELS. Is that the only person from ELS that's still alive?
Yeah, it looks
But
like it.
how is Yolka allowed to sit on a roof in this zone? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
with all
like.
those teams behind him.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would
the thing
definitely
is,
not be on the roof.
the thing is, he's like his movement's so slow, like as well. Like he's an easy target.
Yeah, maybe he's paranoid about people being
Yeah,
inside the house.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Like the way he like checked that house there, I was a bit like, okay, maybe that's why.
You see in the kill feed, one mag kills three of us. Promium, best spray of his life.
What, were you all low health or something?
Nope, we were just lined up. Okay, I'll show you. Look where he
Oh
is
yeah,
right there. We
yeah,
were in this like a slope down there, right? So he
yeah,
just peeked, and when he peeked, we got shot by someone from this side. I think it was Shark Tech from like
yeah,
this his team. The moment they shot us, we all turned around to that side. Even though we knew Promium was there, like I guess
yeah.
no one, we were expecting the other guy to look that side.
It's a reaction at the end of the day.
Yeah. So we all turn, and Kieran was too close to like see him when he peeked. So he
Yeah.
peeks over Kieran. Kieran doesn't see him. I call the push on that solo guy because he's obviously solo and he's an easy target. He's below us. We should be able to kill him.
Hmm.
And then he just peeks and sprays Taylor first, then me, and then Joshi from one mag in gRIOza. It was the best spray of his life, probably. He went on screaming in my DMs as well. He's like, "Oh my god, dude, I killed all of you." I'm like, "Okay, I know, I've seen it."
Experienced it.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
we definitely make a mistake. If I could go back now, knowing what I know now, obviously, I would
Yeah.
definitely say because it was a decision to make between going this corner and going down.
Yeah.
I would definitely say this was the best play, like top. It's high ground after all, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So this corner was definitely the best call, as well as we know that there's still teams in the zone because we heard shots from that and we didn't see anyone dying in kill feed.
Yeah.
And you can see how supreme F1's position is. Even to us now, if we're still alive, they get easy kills on us. Even if we kill Promium, we still die here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You get third party pretty quickly
Yeah.
after that.
So I want to say like NK had probably, well, not NK. I think DS might even have like the best heli position because
I
these are
reckon.
all
Yeah.
ridges, right? They can all easily get to the heli and have a control over heli. Let's see what's gonna happen. We get wiped, and I think Promium dies because a loot goblin goes to loot, and then they kill him from above.
I see where you mean in that little ridge like that.
Yeah,
This is like the ridge I was telling you about.
that's
Like,
where we died.
yeah, like no recoil when they were in that ridge, and I was like, if
Yeah.
someone just looks down, it's just like a tunnel. You shoot down it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened to us. We just lined up. You can see, look how close we are one to
Yeah.
each other. It's like just spray and kill. Okay, I'm kind of surprised that there's only 19 people alive in this zone, even though we had like 55 people alive. I guess everyone went to the same side and people died
That's
there.
the thing, yeah. Like
Yeah.
everyone was coming into the same point.
I'm not sure if he climbs, because
No
I
way.
wasn't watching this till the end.
No way. No way. Please don't tell me he climbs.
I think he might have.
Nah, 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 nah,
Doesn't he? I think he
nah.
does.
Are you
He does.
serious? Are you serious? What the fuck?
Yeah, this is a. How does this happen? This happens because we're dead, Key, and no one watches Heli.
Like as soon as that ladder comes down, like
It's
I don't.
again, it's.
I'm watching it instantly.
I don't want people to like take this too serious. What I'm gonna say, but Tiandri climbing is purely Team 10's fault because look at their position
Yep.
towards the heli. This hill here, right? They
Yep.
should have taken this way earlier than they are.
Yeah. Like what I'm
I
gonna say as well. Like this isn't like me being offensive, but like
yeah.
what Theandric did was dumb. Like that's dumb. What he just did and it worked. Like
Yeah, true.
that should not have happened.
That should not
Like,
have happened.
did you see how far he ran? He literally ran in the open with
There was no
like
cover for him. Yeah.
with like 15 teams around him
He
who could
didn't even
easily see
bother
him.
to glide, right? He has
That's what I
like
mean.
a
He
ridge
ran.
here to glide
Yeah.
to heli. He ran
Yep.
all
Yep.
this side.
Yeah. He runs
Sometimes
before zone
those
even
plays
pops.
work, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't even risk that. I wouldn't even go for it because like
Definitely never.
in my head I'd be like, no, it's dumb. Don't do it. Fair play. It
Also,
worked.
another thing. I don't know why NG. I think NG has an issue with this. I think I was commenting this on some of the scrims before I did VOD review of something, or I don't even remember. But they're making the same mistake.
Yeah.
They're sending two people in front and they're leaving two guys behind. Why? Leave one guy to cover fire because you cleared all of this. There's no upper ground from that. These guys can't push you.
Yeah.
Just leave one guy and send three people here instantly and leave one guy here to cover in case something bad happens. But they should have taken this hill way earlier than they did. And I know they didn't have a fight. They were just sitting there. I don't know what they were doing. They were just sitting in the corner. They didn't have a fight up there.
Yeah. Like I say, like it worked for them. Like for DS, like fair play.
Yeah.
It's just
Sometimes
I like.
dumb plays work, and
Yeah.
I don't
I'd
mean
never
dumb
do that.
as yeah. Now teams are realizing. Look at NK as well. Everyone's grouping. F1's also grouping. This is what NG should have done instantly. Like,
Hmm.
and now I'm curious why is DS not getting closer to the heli?
They're probably thinking, you know what? Like we've already got the points for the win. Like there's it's what is it? It's only is that 12 to 15, 17 degrees?
14.
14 degrees. Like
Oh no, it's 18. Yeah, it's 18. Sorry.
yeah, like they've got plenty of time to like work
Play
their way
it
down and
slow.
try and get a
Fair
few.
enough.
Yeah.
F1 gets behind NK. I like this play from F1. They glided on top of them, basically behind them, and then caught two of NK from behind.
Like, yeah, like there he should not climb that.
That should not have happened. And in this case, in this game, it's purely based off NG's mistake because they should have taken the control over the heli earlier.
Mhm.
That's the end game objective, and teams need to realize that you need control over the heli. Leave the kills, leave everything. You're gonna lose. You're not gonna win.
Yeah.
off of that.
That's the thing. Like people need to realize, like
Yeah,
you get one man on the chopper, that's 8 kills of points.
yeah,
Technically.
exactly.
So if you've had a slow game, quiet game where you've got like 1 or 2 kills, just getting that one man on the chopper is just perfect. The fuck was that?
Spectate bug. I don't know how he gets there. Does he? Yeah,
Yeah.
he climbs even though there's yeah.
Every time I see a
NG
flick now, I'm like,
again.
okay. Yeah,
NG
like
in a supreme position, but I feel like they're not controlling the heli. They're all like all around the place, but not on the heli.
but the thing is, like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, they should be watching that, but then again, they always seem to manage to get the points.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I agree with what you're saying, but they always still manage to freaking do something.
Fair play to them, yeah. Snyros manages to wipe them. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have meds, but why didn't they hold that hill? Because they could have waited there,
That was their
and
fight.
they could have waited there, and like that hill controls the heli. You don't go down. Why would you go down there and risk it? If you have meds, maybe they didn't have meds. I don't know, but
Possibly.
let's see what happens. Snairo's here, definitely in a better spot than Kaha, but Kaha has a player on the heli and probably a lot of meds. So if Snairos tries to climb, Tiandrik is gonna say he's climbing, spray it.
Yep.
So Kaha, all he needs to do is wait.
If
Snairo's running down instead of gliding maybe towards the other side. Also confuses me.
Yeah, he wasted a lot of time then.
Yeah, he could have glided. He was up. People don't take advantage of the glider that much. Good. It was a good game from DS. Some risky rotations, but it paid off for them. Got them a lot of kills. F1 also. I think this is the only good game F1 had,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh yeah.
just based of rotations only. Not rotations, sorry. That's just based of like pure luck, I wanna say.
They got 0 points in the next 3 games.
Yeah. Let's go
Back to Bangkok picked up quite a few points as well, actually, in that game.
They grabbed
11,
a lot of
10,
kills.
10
Yeah.
points, yeah.
That's 10 kills. Yeah, that's 100 points, and then third place 130 points from that game. A lot of kills. Let's see what's gonna happen game 2. Oh, I might have went too far. Let's see if the same thing repeats. So where is team 14? Okay, team 14. Are they from the future? Were they listening
Yeah,
when we were talking? Like hot drop fourth Skadi? Maybe they hot drop Balmung next time.
maybe. Yeah.
But I like this from them, to be honest. They're choosing the smartest hot drop areas, in my
I wonder
opinion.
why they're not
Spread
trying to get a spot themselves though.
in
'Cause like,
any of these spots. Yeah, feels like
yeah,
they're getting like the scrap spots, right?
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they don't know the click spots or something.
possibly.
Oh, they decide to go Herschel. Interesting.
Last minute, yeah. So is that a 4-man versus drop shot?
Yeah, that's a four-man
Versus
versus
two
two.
drop shot?
If I was Team 14 and if I did that, knowing watching scrims, watching people play, I'd say just four-man body these two as fast as possible. Don't let the
Yeah,
last two players get there to help them.
yeah. They're pretty far away. They're not going to get there in time.
And then again, if I was DS, I'd say just run,
Yeah, I think
which
that's what they're
Kaha
doing.
is doing. Yeah, Kaha's just running.
Theandric's doing the same thing as well.
Yeah, the smart play for both from both teams, I wanna say. Yeah, Tiandrik just ran away. Yeah, that's really smart from both of them. But I think Team 14 could have killed one guy because they were gliding from the mountain. They could have seen someone going somewhere. They could have just glided on him.
The thing with that though is it slows DS down a lot because now Theandric and
True.
Kaha
They don't have
literally
loot. Yeah.
they have to go and back to a police station.
Let's see how this goes. What's gonna happen? Oh, so this is okay. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit. it's the same thing what happened, right? So
Mhm.
we loot the mansion, we go up the mountain. But this time, knowing what happened from previous games and knowing what we know from scrims and teams rotations, right? I made a call saying, listen, there's gonna be a team coming this side. Come,
Yep.
come and wait for them. And that's what we do. Like we wait for a team, and F1 ends up doing the same rotation they do all the time. Loot the town, get into vehicles, and then climb this side.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna grab 3 easy kills. We're gonna wait. Okay, this is aimed towards you guys. I
Yeah.
said, be
Watch
careful
out
of
for us.
Endpoint. They're
Yeah.
gonna come from Wagner, so that's why look at our spread, right? We have 2 people watching Remountain for possible F1 rotation, and we have 2 people watching Sigil and Wagner rotation.
Yeah.
So we're perfectly spread to like wait for any of the teams coming in that we know that usually come.
Yeah. Well, look
So
how solid, like, so how solid that made you guys, like us doing that once.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, it's not just like made you aware of what we can do, but like while you're there, you're like, oh, okay, well, while we're here, a team's gonna come from this way, a team's gonna come from this way as well.
Exactly.
So
That's
it's made you more alert to like 2 other teams.
yeah. It's something you gotta work on with your team. Like you gotta invest a lot of, well, not a lot, but you gotta invest time and you gotta prepare for these games.
Yeah.
And
We come up with quite a few new things that we've never done before, like improvisation, but like
yeah,
actually helped our fight so much. So it's like if this part here, I think it'll show you the map. I think again, if you
yeah, I'll
pause it when the
pause.
map
Yeah, I'll
pops up.
pause when the map's up.
All
Yeah.
right. Actually, no, I'm not going to say anything. I can't. I
don't
can't.
don't
No, no, no,
leak anything. Yeah,
no.
don't leak anything. But
Yeah.
basically, yeah, it's southern zone. We still like our spot is still Sigil Mountain, right? Obviously, it's
Hmm.
really strong spot, even though it's like just by a corner in the zone. It's
Yeah.
still really strong spot. So we're still gonna go for it. But in this case, we decided to go down and wait for teams to come up because we know teams do that.
Yeah. So our plan was basically where Kiba is. Like,
Kiba? Yeah.
so there's like a ridge to the south of him. Like you've got the road between the barn and the little garage that he's
Oh
at,
yeah, yeah, I know.
and then like the little ridge just behind that.
You
Um,
mean this one
yeah.
or this
So
one?
the one to the left that you first
Okay,
pointed
yeah,
out.
this is really strong rage to hold.
So we were like, right, we normally go to the second one that you pinged, the
Hmm.
second, the
The one on the right.
yeah, we normally go there. But I was like, right, no, we're gonna go here purely because, like, I remembered how many teams had spawned, so I was like, we've literally got there's a possibility of 4 teams coming in this top bit. I don't want to be on the rid on the edge of the zone because there wasn't really much to hold there.
Yeah,
So I thought if we go like further in, other teams are going to come in, and then other teams are going to push them towards us as well, like as they come in.
yeah.
Which you'll see. Like I think we blew up about 5 or 6 cars this game.
Nice collecting cars.
Yeah, but like that was purely because other teams were panicking because they were coming into zone, seeing
Hmm.
other teams that were on this ridge and thinking, "Fuck it, just go, just go, just go," and then they were driving past them straight to us.
Yeah. Let's see what's gonna happen. Kiba has a really strong spot. NK also. If I was NK, I would be like, it's early. Climb this mountain and hold this.
Hmm.
This mountain is probably the strongest spot. This is the highest spot and the strongest spot in this zone.
Yeah,
So
that
yeah.
mountain's a bitch, especially if you're on the opposite side of it,
Hmm.
and like exactly where your mouse is now, to the left,
Where?
bit north, bit north, bit north. Yeah, if you're like on that ridge there of that mountain, that one is so much higher than you. Like you're just constantly getting pinged from it.
See, that's the thing. Okay, I'll show you after it's gonna happen, but it we end up going there even though we know there's gonna be a team here because you can
Hmm.
just based off like this zone, right? How cut this side is and how open this side is to this mountain
Yeah,
that you mentioned. It's really easy for you to just hold this mountain, be covered from the big mountain. It doesn't matter if they shoot you, like if you get shot once, you're not gonna die, you're just gonna hide and heal, right?
yeah,
But like that mountain right there that you said, this one, the lower one,
yeah,
is really good for like holding teams from this side coming in.
yeah.
you'll see us taking this, and then I'm gonna say, listen, guys, this is, even though this is a good spot, I'd still take this one because this is better. It's like further into the zone in case we have to go here, right? I'd
Yeah.
rather be here than here if we need to go this
Oh yeah.
side down
Yeah.
here.
It's better to be as high as you can because
Yeah.
those mountains are a pain to get up.
So that's why we end up going that side. But I also like that mountain. I also like this, even though it's open and you have a higher mountain next to it. I love it because you can hide from that big mountain, and all
Yeah.
the other mountains are super open to you, so you can get kills.
Yeah. The only thing is if someone's on Sigil Hill on that far side,
Yeah,
they
you
can.
can get shot if there's a team
Yeah.
here, which it ends up being, but we still find like small crevices in this mountain to be
Mhm.
hidden from this team and this team. There's gonna be a
Yeah.
team here that's gonna shoot us. So I think, yeah, F1's gonna drive right into us. They're gonna get blown up. We were just like, wait, wait, and then I start spraying now, and everyone's
What I
like,
don't understand is they have like 5 cars in ring. Why are they all in one car? I don't get it.
I think they just wanted the fast rotation up. They, as you said, they weren't expecting. They know now that we go up, right?
Hmm.
They know now that we go up, but they don't know that we're gonna go back down because we didn't do that in game one. We just improvised.
And the thing is, as well, going into next week, they know technically you kind
They're
of
never gonna go this
yeah
side.
you
Never.
control that now.
Yep,
You control it. You'll still
exactly.
watch it. Obviously, you're still aware that there's a possibility, but if they're not going to go up that way ever again,
It's
ever.
mind game. I told them,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah, it is.
game
Yeah.
three, I told them, listen, guys, we can pay attention to that side, but they won't go that side, and they won't. I watched the VOD. They never go that side again.
If you
They're too
see
scared of it now.
our rotate right now,
Oh yeah, you're running into
yeah.
ELS.
For some reason though, like they turned away from us. Like we seen them and we heard them and we were like, why are they actually going away?
I think they like to play slow, more slow than you guys.
Yeah.
I think
Like
that's the main
you
reason.
can see us stopping there and we're like, all
What
right,
are
well,
these guys doing?
yeah, and then we're like, well, the place that we want to go to, they're not on it, so I'll just keep going.
Yeah. BG decides, okay, they have a late rotation as well. They're kind of far from the zone. They got really unlucky in this zone. That's what I said. If it's fourth and it's southwest, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, it's a long rotate.
Yeah. In my opinion, if you're a team that spawns fourth and it's this zone, I would never go this side. Even if you
Hmm.
get to the zone, you're gonna end up like low ground. And if it ends up here, there's no way you're getting into that. No way. So I would risk everything going from fourth and getting into like any of these positions because it's still
Yeah,
high ground. It's worth a risk than just going here and risking being in the low ground and still dying. Because yeah,
yeah. So it looks like Lucian's plan was to go from Sigil, but to go around Ice Tongue as far as they possibly could go around it to go back up the
the
hills.
mountain.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
it looks
curious
like.
where they're gonna go. They could take these houses as well, even though I don't like the play if they're gonna do that.
Yeah, it looks like they are actually.
I don't like that. I'd prefer if they went scouted this mountain and said like, okay, I'm gonna.
That's the thing. Yeah, like from my point of view is like you've already got to where you are now. You've got 3 cars.
Yeah,
You
just
just
go up.
get up that hill, take the
Yeah,
high ground.
exactly.
All right, so this part here, we were fully aware of this, by the way, like waiting for it to happen.
Oh, this is the team you're gonna fight now, or?
Yeah, so they try and fight us. Yeah,
Hmm. Oh, that's another team.
yeah. So
That's no recoil.
this was like the plan. We thought if we get in and people know that the edge is like safe, there's not really anywhere they can hold, so they're gonna have to come in slightly deeper.
Yeah.
So we managed to shoot 1 car and get a kill on whoever that was, Tatam, I think.
He jumped out of the car. No, the new guy. He jumped out of the car and knocked himself.
Not really.
Yeah.
I think the car was literally 2 bullets
Mm,
from blowing up.
yeah.
So yeah, basically, like as soon as this fight was going off, like I ran back on my own to watch the flank because I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
Go on.
go on. No, go on.
No, I just yeah, like I just knew as soon as those shots were going off, I was like, there has to be teams near us now.
Yeah,
So I ran back myself to watch the flank and to watch the west a bit, which I ended up actually spotting a team out as well, which
makes
stopped us.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a new guy, it's Aventurist. Oh, really? Okay, fair enough. Didn't know that.
Oh,
Okay.
is it Adventurist? Wait,
Yeah.
so who's Adventurist? That wireless guy?
Wireless, yeah.
Why has he changed his name?
I don't know, rebranding or something. But
Fair
what
enough.
I don't understand is Team 14 was this side and they were gliding and they ended up in low ground. Like, what was
Yeah,
their, like,
they glided towards sixes, and then I think they heard the shooting and they decided to come back. But
but
yeah,
this is, look at their spot. They're in
oh, yeah,
a, yeah, they're in a dip. Their
I
spot
s-
is definitely not good.
yeah, I spotted Kuchin's head.
Mm,
Instantly, it was like, right, everybody fall back, like pull everybody back to the furthest part of the ridge. If they
yeah.
want to push it, we want to let them have a little bit of it.
This is interesting to see as well. Because I think, yeah, whoever it's Tim, right? He has a
Uh-huh.
really this rock is a strong position for them.
Yeah,
And look at these guys, they're running in the open.
yeah,
Tim's cheating, by the way. No, I'm joking.
spec bug.
Just ooh, okay. I did
Mm,
not expect this. Okay, so
yeah.
I guess he didn't see Pac-Man.
So the I can remember the comms exactly. We I spotted two guys to like wait when you see me ping. I spotted two
Yeah,
guys that
Kuchen.
direction.
Yeah, but you don't see
So
the far left one.
yeah, we literally just assumed that the whole team were that side. So Tim was holding that right. The rock, like you said, was a good position. He was
Yeah,
holding that, so he couldn't get shot from the right side. So he just watched that cross, but then there was actually still somebody there.
yeah. It's still like okay, so I'm gonna say my opinion on this, right then.
Hmm.
What would I think for you guys? Well,
Hmm.
seeing now this, right? If you end up in situation like this, I would say take this rock with two
Yeah.
and then take this with two as well. So you
So
have
I think
full cover of all of this where you saw them, right?
yeah,
That
I
would
think
be my call. If I spotted them as you did, I'd say, okay, two guys here, two guys here, hold.
yeah.
That would be
Um,
me.
I think as you can see on like the bottom right, like everyone's moving towards this way because we were just shooting no recoil.
Yeah, no recoil, fair enough. You had one guy
Um,
in behind as well. I remember
yeah,
in
yeah.
the houses.
So yeah, because Storman come in late because we didn't pick him up in time.
Yeah,
So the call was get Tim up. We fall back because we didn't know where they were basically
yeah, you
because
don't know.
yeah, because the shot coming from the left, so it was basically like a fall back and reset kind of
Oh,
thing.
definitely. Here, I'd definitely call for a reset.
Yeah, I think I threw like three nades over and I tagged two people, so like I knew right that's going to hold them back slightly.
Yeah,
And then I'm
those
actually like
smokes are good cover
yeah,
as well.
I'm actually like pinging like just hold this line, just don't let anybody up this line.
Mm.
Um, I take the far left, I think, and I don't know if it's Pac-Man that I shoot, but I hit him like 3 or 4 times, and then that was it. They just pulled away after that.
Yeah, as you can see, we take the Sigil Mountain as well. I
Hmm.
also don't like NK. Why are you holding Ice Tongue? Same as ELS.
Yeah,
Why is no one on this hill now?
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Look at DS. DS is smart. Look at what DS is doing. DS is going that side.
Yeah,
That's what this team should have done. They should
team
have been here already.
Team 12 is also heading that direction.
Uh, Possible, but Team 12, I think they're going this side, even though this is higher. Maybe they don't know the map that well.
Hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so you can see like Team 14 now are like I think there's the second guessing it now. They're
Yeah.
thinking like we haven't got vision on them. We don't know exactly where they are. We're kind of running in blind if we push.
Hmm.
I think it might be now where I throw nades. So I can't remember if I've already thrown them, but I remember throwing a nade and getting a tag. So like from that tag, I knew that they were quite far away. If you know what I mean, that they pulled back
Yeah,
because of how far I threw it. So they're there.
that's where you tag this guy and then they pull
Yeah,
back. They don't see you, obviously. You can see that he doesn't know where he got shot. Now
yeah,
they ping it, but they're like, okay, we gotta pull back. And I agree with this decision. They can't push into you. They can't get knocks.
yeah. That's what
So
we wanted. In all fairness, we wanted them to get like just piss off basically.
yeah,
Didn't want to give them a knock because we knew if we give them a knock, one of us has to go and res. They're probably going to push while the res is on.
Good calls from both teams. Really good
Yeah.
calls. Okay, this is interesting, and I still didn't catch this. Look at us. So
So you,
we also had an option, but then again, you don't know. You always expect, because I remember I said my
mhm,
team, listen, there's 100% team up here.
yeah,
We, in theory, knowing this, we could have pushed up and taken the spot if we
yeah,
knew no one was there, but you can't know that, right?
yeah. I think anyone who's aware of that hill,
Yeah,
like you always have to be, like you said, like there's 100% a team there. Like even if there isn't
expecting.
it, yeah, even if there isn't a team there, there's 100% a team there or going to
Yeah.
be there.
So nothing's gonna happen. As I said, I don't understand this rotation from Exalti as well, or back to Bangkok,
Back to back.
because
I don't understand what Team 14 are doing now. You'll see yourself like what they do. But yeah,
yeah,
questionable.
I'll check it out. But like, I want to talk about this. I don't understand this because okay, they're not getting low ground here, right? But they're forcing themselves into this corner here, which
Hmm.
also I don't like. So if it's this side, then still you gotta cross so much. But like, it would been so much easier for them to go this side. This is a high
Yeah,
mountain. Just drive there, glide
yeah,
from it, and get into this area here.
yeah.
Even Sigil, maybe. I don't know any of these. You'd be in a way better spot than if you're here, in my
Hmm.
opinion. So I don't agree with this rotation from back to Bangkok. But yeah,
It's late as well. There's like 55 seconds
yeah,
left.
they're
Like
really late.
Brian's will be fine, but the three behind, like that's late.
And they like, okay, I'm always up for this formation, one in front to scout and then three
Yeah,
behind. But look
we
how
do that.
spread they are.
Yeah, we do that. We do
We
that as
also
well.
do that, right? I,
I
I
always put
run
I
it first and tell boys,
yeah,
wait,
same, same.
wait, wait, then go.
I always put myself first. Like
Yeah,
if it's a glide, I say wait, let me go like 5 seconds, 10 seconds first. If it's a drive,
exactly.
let me go
That's what we
first.
do.
Then I just say right if the second I start getting shot at, if I start getting tagged heavy, like while we're gliding, we'll think right, pull to the left, I'll pull to the right.
Yeah,
As soon as I
exactly.
start getting shot, and you all three of you pull off. If I die, I die. If I survive, I survive. But
It's always better to
lose
die
one
with
and four.
one, yeah, lose one than four. That's
Yep.
that's the thinking behind that. So
Yep.
that's the way we play as well.
Hmm.
Let's see what's gonna happen here.
So basically, I don't know if it's going to show you on like the map, but Team
14 would say
14, yeah, they glided to the right, like around for some reason,
behind into the old zone even.
like more towards that zone, yeah, but like not in it, but
I
towards
don't
it.
know what. Maybe they thought they're gonna flank you guys, but
I think they tried to, but as they glided, we spotted them, so we got a few shots off.
mm, yeah.
There you can see.
Okay, here. I
Yeah.
mean, okay. It's still higher ground than you guys are, right? So I
Hmm.
wouldn't hate this play.
The thing is though, if you're actually on the part where we are and where we put the
Mm,
cars on that ridge watching that backside because we know that that side's low.
yeah.
So we put two cars in a line like a wall on that corner. So
Hmm.
anybody who does come from there, we've got the cars to cover and hide behind.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys are secured, but like I'm trying to talk about their call. I don't like
Hmm.
it because basically, if anything, you wait for the next zone to pop. Because if it's this four, then I agree with this staying here, right?
Hmm.
But zone goes left. They don't know yet, but they had the position here that they could have held. It's
Yeah.
easier to rotate from here than all the way here, having you guys in front of them now as well.
Hmm.
When they didn't have, at least they didn't have you guys in front when they were
Yeah.
here. If they had to go left, right?
Yeah.
So
Another
if
another risky thing about it is as well is like if back to Bangkok could have come in that top corner.
yeah,
Um, who else? Like no recoil could still have been like
there
no
as well, yeah.
recoil could have actually been in that position.
Because there's teams spawning this side,
Hmm.
you kind of gotta expect that there's gonna be teams coming
Yeah.
in. Definitely. Let's see how it goes now. Again, first zone, 56 alive. That's a lot of people. I think this is where we spot the solo guy. We spot the guy in the car. We do a couple of shots, and we notice that he's alone there. That's when we're gonna push him all together later and kill him.
Hmm.
Okay, so the new zone pops. These guys are in terrible spot. I don't know why they were playing on luck, I think, because I don't. Where do you maybe know where resolution spawns? Like down here somewhere,
Scotty
Snow
maybe.
Lake? No, Team 13
Oh yeah,
spawns
wait. I think they actually did
Snow
spawn at
Lake.
Snow Lake. Yeah, yeah,
But still, if you got here, like keep trying to push up the mountains. It's always
yeah,
better to be high ground on Dion than
yeah.
having this. This is
That's what I mean about
purely
ELS.
playing based on luck,
Yeah,
right?
like ELS have kind of made it harder for themselves now because now they've got the mountains behind them to the west technically,
Yeah,
but then taking them mountains, there could be someone. Well, DS are technically above it, but you've got VLI, you've got NG. Like all these
all these
teams
teams.
could be along that ridge.
Yeah, exactly. Same with NK, to be honest. Even though
Hmm.
they're in zone, they can be there still,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
They had so much time and so much opportunity to get to the best spot on this mountain, and they allowed DS to get it.
I was gonna say, can you look at DS? That is the best position
That is the best
in this
position,
game to
exactly. Yeah.
like look at them just all in a line across the ridge, like
Yep.
all looking in directions. There's no one getting anywhere near them without getting shot.
Yeah, exactly. That should have been NK right there. They could have
Hmm.
even picked up kills on DS if they decided to move from Ice Tongue.
Yeah,
Team 15 versus Team 12. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Both teams are really in the open.
that looked like a very like I, I could be totally wrong, but it looked like NGB were like a bit not sure what they were doing. It looked like people
Possible.
were running in different directions. Like
Yeah, they're not.
they're
Yeah,
not like structured in this fight. Like they're a good team. Do you know what I mean? They've done well in scrims and stuff.
yeah.
Just that at that moment they were very loose.
Every man for himself. Yeah.
Yeah,
Deadly also. I don't like that Motoharb went so far ahead of his team.
yeah. Like he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. Like I've
Yeah.
seen him get kills, but he should not be that far ahead on his own.
That's the issue with many teams. Kyoto, if you're still in the chat, I've said this before for you guys as well. If you wanna cover fire, don't leave three players covering fire of one. Don't leave two players covering fire of two. Send three people forward to push and cover with one. That's the best play you can do if you want to go that. You're always gonna end up getting a better fight if you send three people to push and having one to cover fire than the
Mhm.
opposite way. It's
Yeah,
always gonna be like that. Always. No matter what.
like look at Brian's coming into the zone. Look at his health. His health's like
Yeah,
freaking
well,
20.
that's their rotation, super late rotation.
Hmm.
And DS is hearing these shots. Yep, they're
Yeah,
third
go.
partying
Yeah.
this. Yeah, they have a supreme position. Even though, okay, so DS risked this. They were on top of the mountain. Are they still?
Yes, they've
Kaha's
come
still
down
up there.
slightly. They've come down slightly, I think.
Two of them. So two of them did come down, and then two are left up, I think, or three. But I think, let me see. Yeah, look what I'm talking about here, right?
Hmm.
This is the example. Don't teach us, we're professional players. Fair enough, man. But this is a perfect example of what I'm saying. Look at
Yeah,
DS. Three people in front, one guy covering behind.
yeah.
That's how you do it. What's gonna happen here? Winter's risking it a lot. I don't know what he's doing. He's in the zone. Like, why are you pushing here? You don't gain anything from running from here to here. I don't.
I think you should put the sound on. They're actually in their comms, and you can hear what they're saying.
Was he knocked?
What?
So they went for the
Got some
kill.
goodies.
That's the reasoning.
Be careful now. Now you have the up on the
Loot
hill
meds,
also.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still one more of the dead guys.
But that was
Yeah.
so risky. Like, was it worth it?
One's here.
Like we said earlier, though,
Oh,
like
that was good.
they don't need to technically be fighting
That's
this.
fair.
Like they're already down two players,
Mm,
and now
is both
NG are
still
coming
DS
in as
guys.
well.
yeah,
Like this is probably the perfect
We've
time
got
to
a
like
stay
He's
cover.
up
pull
on
out.
the hill on
exactly.
southeast from you. Yeah, east, more east.
I'm gonna mute it again. Um, okay, so DS losing one player, they decide it's not longer safe here. We're gonna go back to our position. That's
Yeah,
what they do. A
back to
smart
the strong
play.
position.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
smart
think
play
this,
from
I
them.
still think they got like 2 or 3 kills from that
Yeah.
whole thing, so it still worked out. All right, so well, you can basically see. So 3 of us took like inside sigil in case that's where next zone was gonna go.
Hmm.
Starman stayed behind to watch and do what he's doing now.
Yeah, that's good as well. Again, 3 people together, one behind covering.
Yeah, yeah. That's just a spec bug, by the way.
Just a spec bug. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just making sure. Kieran's in chat already. He's like, fucking cheater.
But yeah, we were also taking shots from who actually was it that we were taking shots from? Exalti?
Exalti on top of the mountain, possibly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were shooting on us.
I
Fucking
was a bit
cheater.
I was a bit worried about that. Those thinking that they might come down when they heard the shots.
Mm,
I mean, here again, here's another like 3-1 situation, but the opposite way around.
yep.
So Starman's obviously give us the info. He's like, guys, there's literally like 2 teams in the zone here. Like I've got them all pinned.
Mm,
So Tim, Amphi, Starman all held that ridge. I stayed in the house that
behind.
we'd
Yes.
like. But the thing is, I could see. So I'm pinging this. I'm pinging all these people for them. I'm taking shots. I was getting shots on a few of them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you see, like I'm looking in that direction.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
I see.
hard pinging. I'm hard pinging people from a times 4. Guy here, guy here, guy here. Like, and those guys just wiped them all out.
It's also like what I said previously about Team 14 and their rotation. Like they
Hmm.
risked so much and it didn't pay off because the zone
Yeah,
made them push further.
like we gained like 8 kills from that.
into
Okay. I want to go back a little bit to. No, I'll leave it. Basically, what we did when we saw the zone, we were like, okay, that guy has a really strong spot in the zone.
Hmm.
We're gonna grab and kill that guy because we've seen the solo guy in the car. And there we go. He drops Joshi, but I trade instantly. We pushed as a 4-man.
Yep.
And now we control. Like we have a decent, what's it called, gatekeep on them. So now we control all of this side. We have a decent ridge here.
Yeah, so you can stay like in the old zone
Yeah,
slightly.
wait, yeah, and then just go into the new zone when we have to.
Yeah.
Back to Bangkok, getting deleted because of their mistake in rotation.
Yeah, it was a questionable one. That.
Yeah. I can't say mistake. It's just,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's easily said as it's a mistake when you watch this
yeah,
because
when you watch it now.
yeah, that's why it's easy. It's easy to say something was stupid or someone did something stupid, but
Yeah,
at the time, like you don't know what was called, what they seen or anything.
exactly. So what's going on here? No recall tried to push. See, this rotation from
Right, so if you
Minke.
pause it here, Rio, you pause it here.
given over back over
Why
to the
am I
car,
not?
I guess.
What the fuck? Oh,
Hello.
hello? Did I lose?
It's back now. For some reason, it froze for quite a bit then.
Crashed or? Oh,
Yeah, it's back. It's back now on YouTube as well.
possibly crashed.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
where was I? Oh,
Back. So
there
like,
we
if you
go,
stop
there we
out
go.
here, if you pause it when the map comes up. Right. So we'd literally just finished looting those guys that we fought. Well,
Hmm.
I didn't. I didn't technically fight them. The boys fought them. But
You
we
guys
just
are in terrible spot though as well.
yeah. So we thought we were praying that it was going to be the sigil spawn, like the sigil thing. That's why I stayed in the house the whole time, so I didn't want anyone to take that house.
Hmm.
Um, so we had 2 options. It was like we either full send it. Bear in mind, I'm telling the boys, like boys, there was a team on Sigil Hill shooting
Yeah,
down on us. Um, I don't think it's worth driving through the valley. Like we're just gonna get shot to fuck.
yeah, fair enough.
I think it was Amphi that said just full send it straight up Ice Dung Hill in 2 cars. So that's what we did.
Hmm. It's I don't know what I would do if I was here. I'd probably say the same. I'd say just full send it, but I would
Yeah.
never go this side
Hmm.
Because this is like you have a hill here, you have a hill here, you have a hill
Yeah.
here. If you end up here, you're just gonna get smashed. It's no
Yeah.
worth getting there, so I don't know. I'd say current ELS is probably in the best spot right here.
Yeah.
I don't think DS managed to get back to the mountains, so ELS took it. Let's see how this plays. We're fighting Exalti here, because this is the team that shot us from Sigil, so we knew
Yeah.
and we saw them glide in. We knew they were there, so
Yeah, they were shooting us from Sigil as well.
yeah. So we were like, okay, this team is not getting in from this side, so just hold as long as we can in this zone. You'll see me. I don't know if they're, but yeah, you'll see me like testing out the new zone, like gliding in and then running back a couple of times as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, I was just testing out the new zone to see if I'm gonna get shot, if there's a team there or a player there or whoever. Yeah, we managed to get this kill, which was good for us. And Exalti can't do much. They need to back out.
Yeah, you did well. They've been forced to go in a different way.
And we're like, just wait here and chill for now. I think we spot them now and then we start rotating. Oh, you guys are pushing on NK.
We got really like unlucky on this bit. Like if you watch this,
Hmm.
like he managed to drop Amphi, thirst
Thurston?
Amphi, while thirsting Amphi shoot through Amphi into Storm's head.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. That was. But yeah, as you can see, Exalti is forced, and now we're gonna go as well. But the Exalti being forced, they're going into the worst spot there.
Yeah. Like we seen in the kill feed, like when we were on the way in the car, we seen that NK were fighting with somebody. We seen that they lost one person.
Mm,
So we knew that they would probably just about ready to fight again. So that's why we just sent it.
yeah,
Tim went wide, and then three of us pushed straight up.
this is where we get into the zone.
You're gonna see a big mistake from me now, and you'll understand. I won't even need to tell you what I did wrong. You'll know straight away.
You should have stayed on that ridge here, right? You tried
No,
to
no, no.
go.
You'll no. This is the mistake right here.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
This
me
is
getting over hesitant.
yeah. This is letting the team
Yeah,
know you're
know that we're
behind.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I shouldn't have done
you should
that.
have gotten closer. You
The thing
basically got Timothy killed here.
yeah, I got myself killed. Truthfully,
Yeah.
um, they knew we were there. Obviously, they just didn't know exactly where we were.
Because
Like,
they heard shots, obviously, yeah.
yeah, not quite sure how I whiffed the kill. To be fair, but shit happens. Um,
We're trying
yeah,
to
no,
help you guys here.
I was that much focused on getting my meds off
Hmm.
that I just wasn't looking where I was going. I was just
Oh,
more
yeah, you
focused on getting meds
glided.
off.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is where Joshi kills you.
took him 30 bullets though before he actually got me down. Uh, and right now, I literally just said to Storm and like, just play for placement, mate.
Yeah.
Just we've got enough kills. Just try and get third, second, possible, obviously first.
This is a strong spot, but like if anyone peeked above Stormin, he would have been dead.
Yeah,
So basically, we've seen the heli, right? Then we obviously split 2-2. We leave two guys there on the rock because we're still not getting shot, even though like we know which side we can get shot from. So
yeah,
we're having two people control team 7 and then having two people getting in control over the heli.
yeah. Like there's two guys in that hut, right?
Yeah, we know because I think Josh knocked one and obviously he didn't get the kill, so he had to be revived, and we know the two died, so yeah.
Yeah.
Kaha, I think Kaha scares me at some point because he's gonna get really close to me without me knowing, but he pulls off. He's gonna be like just above my rock. I'm gonna hear him and I'm gonna start calling it and we're gonna throw like 5 nades, but he pulls off on time. Kieran's taking the hill where we could possibly get shot from, and he's taking the control over the heli.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're perfectly spread to control the guys behind. Joshi is holding that me and Taylor are getting into a better spot to get an angle. We're gonna see those guys as well up there, so we're gonna focus on them. Josh still covering behind. It was a perfect spread from us. Like we had control
Yeah.
over everything. Teams behind Heli as well as the team that we could get kills on.
Another thing that worked well for you as well is like as soon as the Ymir come in,
Hmm.
like everybody started fighting and pushing towards people to fight.
Yeah.
Stormer managed to kill
Look
those
how
two guys.
Kaha's close to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets shot and I think he starts running away. This is where we start throwing nades. Yeah, we're gonna throw nades there now. But then again, I don't understand why Team 10 and whoever's on that side didn't push closer.
I don't get why they didn't push Stormin.
Yeah, that either. I don't know. To be honest, we did shoot ELS above Stormin and we did shoot Exalti below Stormin, so none of them
Yeah.
could get close to him.
Stormin smashed them both. To be fair, just
Exalti?
yeah, he just peeked up, just like three tapped them
Yeah,
both
this
in the
is
head.
where Kieran says, guys, it's in a dip. Let's go. No one's controlling the heli. And okay, I'm gonna pause it here. Why, Kyoto, can you explain? Why are you guys that far from the heli? Like, it's been a while since you see the dots.
Like I've noticed the thing is, like I don't know if it's like a genuine thing that they do. Like I think they just think, you know what? Like I think they're happy to let people climb. Obviously not a full team, obviously, but I think they're happy to let people climb,
I don't know, I
and them
want him
like
to
and,
explain.
and them still like
Try to get
them.
the climb
Yeah,
themselves.
do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like they think, you know what? We don't care if someone climbs because if we climb, we're going to get the same. We're going to get the same points anyway.
Mm.
Um, let one or two or three people climb.
I want to know what was the train, like the
I've
thought
noticed they never watch
behind
Chopper though.
this.
I've noticed that.
A lot of teams don't, but like we always, even though I've said it in the interview, even if another team is pushing us, we're gonna fight that team as a three and
Hmm.
then have one player get into a position to heli. But yeah, no one was watching the heli, and the heli was it was only Kaha who could see it, and he couldn't because we knew he was behind the ridge, so it was really safe for us to full four-man climb this.
Yeah, fair play, easy points.
As you can see, it was 17 people alive. That's 170 points, right?
Hmm.
So you deny 170 points, and then how many points you give? That's 5 second places. That's 200 points. So in
Hmm.
theory, we gave 30 points and we gained 170 for four-man climbing. So that works for
Yep.
us, right?
Yeah, of course. Like,
Yeah,
why wouldn't you full man climb if
yeah.
you can? I was happy with that because we got good kills that game.
Yeah,
Made up
you
for
guys
the
have a lot of kills this game. We didn't get that many kills, but four-man climb, 7 kills. Good for us. I still think NG, it's again the same as game one. It's NG's fault that we climbed, just like the Andre climbed game one.
Mhm.
They should have taken control of the heli earlier.
Like I say, I actually think it's a thing that they do. Like, hello,
Hello? I don't
it's
know
back
what's
now.
going on with my internet, but it's going all crazy again. I don't fucking know what's going on. Sorry for that, guys. You see everything, right?
Yeah, it's back now. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Are they gonna fight? Yeah, they might fight. But again, going to like what we first said, it's enough time for both these teams to grab loot and actually fight, better
Yeah.
than like hot dropping a smaller town. So I'd always hot drop Fort, Balmung, or Skadi before hot dropping any other town. And we're
Hmm.
doing the same rotation. It worked for us first 2 games, right? No one touched us.
Yep.
We were always like, okay, Taylor's going first, so he climbs up, he turns around, sees if F1 is gonna actually do something, but they never did anything about it.
Yeah.
So we got that cover too in case they started shooting us while we were climbing.
The thing
But
with this fight is with back to Bangkok, like, look how far Brian's and Chromium are.
I don't know. I don't think they were. Why is he climbing the ladder? What's going on?
I think he's trying to take the roof of the main building, but
Mm,
I don't know, like, you just want your teammates as close as you possibly can in situations like this, like,
yeah.
especially when you're getting hot dropped.
So Team 14 gets okay. So I don't like this from Snyros. He's all by himself there.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like,
Yeah, they're too spread.
you don't have any info on where everybody is. You're on
Yeah.
your own. Like, I mean, people have 1v4'd, 1v3 before in the past, but like
That
see there, like
backfired.
that's just a waste.
Yeah,
It's just a
that
waste.
backfired.
Like you might like this isn't me being offensive, but you might as well have not even joined the game.
Hmm.
Like,
I agree. I completely agree on that.
and the thing is, he even had time to pull out himself. He didn't have to like go in that
Mm.
position. He didn't have to put himself on top of that plane.
At least two of the back to Bangkok players back out now because they know it's 2 versus 4. They're just gonna
Yeah,
run away.
I think that's the decision that made them make that decision. Now is
Yeah.
the Snivers going down with them having 2 left.
They were still ready to fight, yeah, S3, but now since it's 2, they made a smart call
Yeah,
to back off.
like it looks like Brian's has only got an NPX. Like, what's he gonna do with that?
Yeah. Center zone, interesting again. Really good for us. It's really good for us. It's good for ELS as well as NK.
Don't
NK
know if you've
should have.
noticed the pattern with ELS. I don't know if you've noticed the pattern.
Oh yeah, I've did. I've look again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you can, like you said, they were trying to get below Ring Mountain, right?
Hmm.
I think they decided not to go there anymore because they're going down below.
I don't think a lot of teams don't really have a plan B,
Yeah,
whereas like a good team has a plan C kind of thing.
exactly. Yeah. It
Um,
all comes back to the improvising thing and
yeah,
adapting. So,
like Tim always reminds me like, so say like we do our first rotate and we get to a safe position.
mhm.
The whole time we're in that safe position, every time, and I love Tim for it. He says, "Dan, where are we going after this?" And he says, and he always reminds me, just look around the map. Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Obviously, we don't know exactly where we're gonna go because the next zone hasn't popped, but
Yeah,
I can still look around at possibilities around the map.
exactly. That's how it should be done.
Yeah,
Okay, considering how long this is taking, we're just gonna do alpha games tonight.
yeah, it's fine. Do a Bravo tomorrow if you want.
Yeah. And this is another thing. We kill F1 game 2, right?
Hmm.
Look at their rotation. They're gonna sit in Ring Mountain for so long.
Scared. Like
Yeah, they're scared.
that's not me being toxic. That's genuinely like a scared play.
Yeah, that ruins their game because now they're stuck there, right? I'm pretty sure they got 0 points based off us killing them game 2.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened here. Think they end up like sitting there and then dying to zone like in cars or something because they were in a bad spot to rotate from. Brian's and whoever's alive, Shark Tech,
Chromium.
Chromium. Yeah, they're doing whatever they can because they're 2 and they don't have loot. Brian's has 2 meds, 1 bandage. So just grab a spot in the zone. We're spread, we're controlling, and this is me like going for the airdrop because I don't care.
Don't think we got an airdrop yesterday.
Yeah,
Actually,
we got a lot of airdrops.
I think we got one airdrop. I think.
Mm.
Um, yeah, we did in game 4. We got an airdrop. Yeah.
I think we had 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
That's a thing. Like when you constantly go for high ground as well.
Yeah, it's easy.
Mm,
Okay, so NK this time decides to take Sigil Mountain. This is interesting because first two games they haven't, and okay, this is something for me to
Pause
note.
it a second. Pause it a second.
Mhm.
Why? Like, I'm confused about Lucerne. Like,
What is
there's
that
like,
spot?
yeah,
Yeah,
there's literally nothing there,
I don't know
and
what they were trying to get.
they spawn in Sigil as well. Like, so
Any like yeah,
maybe
they
they were
might
trying
as
to cut
well
us
stay at
off.
Sigil to be honest.
Maybe they were trying to cut us off.
But it
But
doesn't look they're looking that side that often though. I don't know what they're doing.
true, maybe I don't know.
Team 10 with late rotation, Team 13 also late.
I think
One
that's the
going
thing,
up
though.
the
Like
mountain.
with NG spawn in Balmung,
Mm,
like that's why they're always in the last zone because they have
late rotations.
yeah,
Yeah,
they have access to all these mountains,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they can go anywhere they want.
There's a lot of information and like good intel that you can get from this VOD review. I'm also like myself, I'm figuring things out as well while we speak. It's always good to watch these VODs.
I don't understand what Lucerne are doing. I actually don't. I don't get it. Like
I don't know what they're doing either, but
I keep saying like I'm not being toxic. Like I'm genuinely not. I just it doesn't the thought process doesn't register with me when I look at
mm,
that position.
I wouldn't. If I was in their place, I wouldn't go there. There's no way. Why?
Like why are they split 2-2 so far away?
Mm. Are they gonna get kills from this? This is gonna be so awkward if they do. This is what I mean when I say like I can't fight a team that plays like this.
Hmm.
How are you gonna expect two people being there and two people being there with like no reason to be? I don't think they're gonna
Yeah,
get kills though.
I think we get kills off this. No, we don't.
Resolution, no, Resolution's gonna be alive for quite some time because I remember them killing Exalti who killed us, and they're gonna have really good spot below Sigil. But they also took an awkward spot. I don't know how this worked for them, but okay. This could have been Luzane Esports if they just, yeah, if they didn't make that
Jesus
call.
Christ.
Someone can't drive. Okay, so one again, super strong position. Team 14, I have no idea what they're doing. They killed two people at the start of the game and they're still there. Like, what are they doing?
Zone chase. That's the only thing I can think.
But how's that gonna work for you? Because I don't know.
No idea.
Why are they not rotating towards this side of the map? At least trying to glide into the zone or something? Like, why are you going this? Kinda confused. NK has the better spot now. What are they doing? Why are they rotating this late? I'm confused.
Following a road as well. Like that's the 101. You do not drive on a road.
But it's
What?
okay. Maybe he used your advice, press F to heal.
Thing
Still
is, though,
watching alpha games? Yeah, Ray, we're still this is game 3. We're just gonna do alpha tonight apparently because it's yeah, it's taking too long. There's a lot of
like
things to talk about.
making like a mistake like that, like having to use one med on a map like this when where meds are scarce. Like
Mm.
that's just. I mean, fair enough. They've got this house. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Still, it's good for this zone, right? But then again, you're playing based on luck.
mhm,
If it's not that side of the zone, you're screwed.
yeah.
Oh, Brian's got himself a 4x and a gun. Okay, I think this is where we spot Exalti, but we don't fight them. Yeah. We're still good with our spot. You have followed, you will watch this entirely tomorrow? Alright, Candice.
It's Bonnie, by the way.
Bonnie?
That's a name, Candice.
Candice? Okay. Hello, Bonnie.
The hitman struggling to get up.
Oh my
You
god.
think,
He's like,
fuck
fuck it. Yeah. Why is he trying to even go up there? Like,
I don't know.
alright, let me see what's going on here. Okay, so this is the next zone. It's really good. Is this you guys? Yeah,
We're
you
in the
guys are in the
directly
strongest
center.
spot. Lausanne, okay, they got a little bit lucky, but then again, low ground. You're, are you guys gonna kill them or
They actually take the higher ground above us, but
this?
like I said,
Yeah,
yeah. But
you place your
obviously,
cards and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
So they couldn't do anything. If anything, like we had the advantage on them. Like we were stealing drops and shit.
mm. And this is what I'm saying, right? 14 did get into the zone, but look what they have to go now
Mm,
for
yeah.
the next one.
So like, how do you play that? Like you've got 4 teams, and that like you're gonna have to wait for other teams to rotate out before you rotate.
Yeah, and then you rotate last,
Yeah.
having teams waiting for you. So I don't know. NK doing the smart thing, instantly gliding, trying to find a spot in the zone. So yeah.
Especially when you're that high as well. Like
Mm.
look at all the teams.
Okay, so this is what confused us because we've seen a team gliding off this, but we didn't see Exalti running to it.
Mm.
So
NK always takes sixes.
yeah.
They love sixes.
Oh, Bulbasaur actually got a shot from the sky. That's unlucky. Look how many teams. DS is also gliding. DS is super
Yeah.
high
Look.
in the
Yeah.
air
Look
though.
how high they are. Yeah.
Sixes aren't a bad spot either. I still think you guys hold the best spot in this 4 zone.
The spot that we're in, like, there's
Yeah,
so much open ground around us that like anyone who comes in at either side of it, they're screwed
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Like, look, Amphi stealing kills. Like,
Mm. And look what I said. F1 being scared and being scared like to rotate on their own side, they're gonna get wiped here now. They're
yep,
forced into a bad spot.
yep.
Yeah. Oh, this is where Kieran DCs and gets killed. This was really unlucky. And this is, I think they're gonna show our fight next. I'm gonna go through that real quickly as well. We made a mistake.
Damn that now.
Yeah. F1's such a bad spot now.
It's hard fighting those like low
Yeah.
ground fights
I'm.
when there's so many different
Why
ridges
is
you can like.
CLS going down though? Are they trying to find
Maybe.
an angle? Okay, so they switched to our fight. This is where we're like, okay, I've seen who killed. Okay, no disrespect to Exalti, right? But I'm gonna be honest, what happened here? We see who killed Kieran, and I'm
Mhm.
like, guys, it's Exalti. Even though they have a better spot, we take this fight, we win this fight. That was the call,
Yep.
basically. No disrespect to them, but like I'm just gonna be honest, because I know we can take this fight. Even though look how nasty head pick this is. We
Yeah.
just push into that. We did lose the fight, but it was really close. We could have won it easily. We made a mistake.
F1 tried to drive away in a
Yeah.
car. 3 of them.
Another advice for teams who wanna push this side. I think I knocked one here with gRIOza. This is where when we
It's this guy. I think you knocked this guy.
no, the one on the right. There's one down here. Because look at my position. I was fighting him. He was like down here. I knocked him, and Josh said he had a nade, so he throws a nade, and then we push because it's 4 versus 3 at the start. Now it's 3 versus 3. If the
Mhm.
nade hits, we're good. But like, yeah, see, there's the guy
Yeah.
that I knocked. So it's 3 versus 3. He throws the nade. This is where the mistake begins. I wasn't clear. I'm gonna go because if you wanna push this rock, you never go over this ridge because you have nowhere to hide. Like
Yeah.
this head pick, easy kills on
Yep.
you. So if you wanna push that, you always do what I did. You always glide on this side and come from behind them. So you'll see how this fight's gonna end up. Watch, look, Josh. Josh runs out. He's fully open. This guy has a head pick. This guy has a head pick. He gets knocked.
Trade.
Taylor,
Trade,
Taylor
trade.
does get 2 of them, right? So here is another possible mistake for me, but at the time I didn't think it was a bad play. We could have res Josh, right?
Yeah.
Because we know there's still one alive. But I say like, listen, it's 2 versus 1. Let's go. Let's push
Mhm.
him.
Yep.
So
I
look,
can agree with that.
watch this. See, this is where we
Yeah.
split. This is a mistake. So I go right side. He goes up here again.
Yep.
He focuses on me,
Yeah. I was gonna say
and
that he
then
did actually
yeah,
focus you. Yeah.
and I call it out. I say he's focusing on me, and Taylor pushes, but he turns around and kills Taylor. And now I'm
In all
gonna lose the
fairness, though,
fight.
like I think don't you get like the 3 thirsts though?
No, I get 2. I don't get this guy. This guy like goes down. But this was just a bad fight from us. And kind of unlucky that Key got killed on the rock. He got killed like on that rock. He was crashed there. This is where I heard him like not move anymore. I'm like, okay, he's rezzing, so I have to push. But
Yep.
then he stops, and I'm like, careful there as well. But
So
yeah,
unlucky. gRIOza versus gRIOza as well.
yeah, he gets more shots off, so fair play to him. We did start that fight 3 versus 4 with being in a bad spot, so
Mhm.
it's still it is what it is. No recoil, pushing into the zone. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, like this is a smart team.
Yeah.
This is a smart team.
That's not a
They
bad
got
spot
into
they've
the
got there.
zone. Yeah, they got into the zone. They don't need more. They can calculate after they see the zone, right?
Mhm.
Not like in the previous game where Team 14 made a decision to rotate before they seen the zone.
Yeah.
These guys are just gonna chill here. They're like, okay, guys, what if this is the last zone and we have a really good spot, right? So I fully support this decision. I think.
Plus the 3 cars they've got.
Yeah,
If they need them.
exactly. They can move anywhere, so they're gonna wait for the next zone. I hope. I don't know. Oh,
What a shot.
Alcatran, that's a nasty shot. I think he gets this guy as well. Bullet, yeah, body shot. Oh, look at this. This is perfect nades. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. See ya.
Best thing about those nades is they were put up
Yep.
before that other team could even react to that.
Yeah,
They
look
they
at
had
the
no
nades.
idea.
They're just destroying them.
Do you push into like the zone to fight this?
You have no choice, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kinda have to. You know there's a team there. You got a 1 knock, I think.
Mhm.
You have no choice other than pushing.
I actually think Klissa got knocked by ELS.
Possible, yeah, from behind.
Yeah, because I think Tatam gets knocked from them as well. Yeah.
Yeah. This is where Resolution kills Exalti. I don't know how this worked out for Resolution, but I I don't know. I guess they were super in the open. They were like bottom of Sigil. I'm not sure how this worked out for them, but and yeah. Let's see. I don't think I've seen this fight.
We move deeper in on this one.
You guys are no. This is the S. The S is coming from behind.
Yeah.
This is also something that's lucky, like this timing. You're getting right into the good at a good time. Basically, NK is open for you from behind,
Yeah. Fighting another team as well.
fighting another team. Yeah, they're probably gonna get a couple of knocks on these guys, which will allow DS to just get in closer and get into the zone and get more kills. So
So there you've seen Diggerless coming in from NG2.
yeah,
And
you guys are fighting them. You destroy their car, right?
yeah, we killed Diggerless.
This is where you okay. This is where DS sees so many knocks. I'd say push. Okay, yeah. Ram just arrested Yolka from behind. So
Yeah.
this is where DS full sends it, glides and everything.
Ram takes down.
Another one,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is just luck, right? Being there at the right time. So they take
Timing was
gondola
perfect.
and yeah,
Yeah.
timing was perfect.
I like that quick
Pull
gondola
back
call.
or that.
The
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you know DS loves their gondolas.
It's just one of those things where it's like if you were deadly on the ground right now, you're like, okay, like DS are coming in behind. Like, you're
Yeah,
not going to
you're not
respect
gonna
them up
watch
this.
gondola, but I
No,
hope after seeing this, people will.
I'm so paranoid about gondolas.
Yeah,
I
I'll
remind the
always
boys
look at
all the time.
gondolas. Yep,
Yeah, all the time.
shoot that off, and like you basically have 3 free kills because they have to jump out and glide, and they have nowhere to glide. They're above your head. What's
I
going
think
on
we,
here?
I think
NG,
we,
you guys, and
yeah, we. Amphi was taking shots at ELS. Like he got them quite low, and his kills,
mm,
one or two got stolen, I think.
you guys have you're team 9, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys have a really strong position on the like zone corner there. I like that spot. That's a good gatekeep spot,
yeah.
and it's also good like for
So
heli, cause
we're technically in the same spot we went to the first rotate. We're
yeah,
still
yeah.
in that same position, but the next zone that pops, we had to we had to move.
I think you spoke about this with the Ram, right? About them being below,
Yeah,
not being
yeah.
able to. Yeah, so Ram just killed everyone from up above with the
Very strong
knock.
spot.
Yeah,
Wait, is this final zone? Is this final
it is.
zone?
It is. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So we've actually already moved to the new zone,
Mm.
to the new ridge that we wanted.
The problem with this is that hitboxes of this tier are bugged, so you can't get shot up there. You
Mhm.
can from certain angles, but like if you're below, you can't shoot it. So I guess NG had no other option to just hide and hope. Look, okay, look at where Rez is. This is so open. Like, how did this work for them? I'm
No
confused.
idea.
Again, I think you guys have the strongest spot in this zone, based off heli spots that I know that you
Yeah,
guys are
like
golden there.
it was a bit risky though because it could have went where these guys are now.
Like 90% of games, if this is the last zone, heli is there where you see it, or that area. 90% of games.
Yeah,
That's why I said you guys have the strongest spot, because it usually spawns there and you control it. No one can come from behind you, right?
yeah.
You don't
Like,
have to watch behind.
look how
It's
quick we're
open.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how quick we're in cars now.
Yeah,
Instantly move close.
yeah, take control over the heli. Smart play.
Mm.
Valor's kinda in a rough spot, but and Ram's still killing people from that deer. Yeah. Amphi kills Kiba. If I'm Valor, this is a common mistake teams do right now, right? You see the heli is there, right?
Yep.
Why you as a
Why are you
team,
still
like,
waiting?
why are you
Yeah,
going this side and not that side?
yeah.
What are you doing here? Like, what are
Let,
you trying to achieve?
like them fighting is your buy ticket to get out.
Exactly, yeah. Because you're in a rough spot, so you don't go back. You go towards heli. You try to gain ground.
Mhm.
As you said, okay, so one climb on the heli is worth 8 kills.
Technically, yeah.
Yep,
First place in the climb, yeah.
exactly. So why would you risk pushing this? You want a third party, right?
Mhm.
That's fine, but it's not worth in the last zone like this.
No, I agree. Especially when you're so close, like
Yeah.
there's like a good chance you're already in the top five. That's
It's a
the way
common
I always look at
mistake.
it is when like the remaining players are left in like the teens, like 17, 18, 19 players left, I think, right?
Yeah,
There's a good chance that we're in top five now. If we can just hold it out a bit more, like top four, top three,
top
like
three, yeah, more points and more points,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, don't risk it. Like, look, they pushed here and it backfired completely onto them.
I think I remember watching it earlier, and I think what backfired for Valor was oh was it was Insproof he left on his own. because he made a mistake that I did in game one, was it? Where I
Was
shot
he
the
behind?
guy.
Oh, okay. So he alerted the team.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
basically
fair
was in
enough.
open ground and he shot at a team. Right, so if you watch as soon as the Ymir comes in,
In 50
you'll
seconds.
yeah watch how quick. Like if you see the
You
way we've
guys
got the
react to
cars.
that, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Tim. Like Tim just instantly was like, go.
Yeah.
Like even though I'm the IGL, like it was such a good call.
Yeah, same happened with game 2 with us with Key. He's like
Yeah.
climb, foreman climb. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I trust you, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
You see that? They all had the back to spoof.
Oof. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why spoofy, why would you do that? What now?
I think the reason for me doing it was because we just picked up 12 kills. Like
In that
our
game, yeah.
yeah, like we were hyped as fuck. Like we were so like like screaming like let's go, like
Then
so
again,
soon.
like you were in the mountain and you still survived, but there's no way he survives that. Even if he knocks one, even if
Yeah.
he knocks two, there's no way he survives that.
Also, on my behalf, like I didn't think I'd whiff. To be fair, the guy was left on one hit,
Yeah.
and then two of them turned around and tagged me down to like 7 HP.
Another thing, I'm gonna talk about this all day if I have to. Guys, the end game mechanic in ROE is the heli. You win by climbing the heli. You don't win by killing other people like this. You won't get that many kills if a team 4-man climbs. This is basically what teams are doing again. Valor just now and now Resolution. They've seen the dots, right? They were in a good spot. Why are you pushing this?
People need to manipulate the point system.
Yeah,
Like we said, one climb is 8 kills, and
exactly.
people don't abuse that like that.
Like there was no need for a Resolution to push this. They lost people here, I'm pretty sure. And look how they lost control over the heli. Look, you guys are already on the heli.
Yeah,
They
within
were here.
seconds.
They were where Ram is. Look at Ram. Just look at Ram. He doesn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about this. He's going heli.
Yep.
That's the difference.
I think Ram kills Tanky here as well.
Maybe he grabs the kill, but look where he's looking. He's looking heli, right? So
Yeah.
he's always watching the heli. Unlike these guys, they're like focused on this fight. Ram
Like
looks this side, then goes heli.
like flashy then right like flashy was on like 5 HP pushing up those stairs.
Yeah.
Like I don't mean this is me being a dick. You're not winning that fight. Like if you haven't got meds, just drop your ammo, whatever you've got,
Die, don't
and,
give a
and
kill.
don't
Yeah.
give people a kill. Just let
Exactly.
yourself get knocked by the zone. Alright, so I've already climbed apparently.
You guys just took control over the heli quickly. And look at Ram. Ram's also on the heli.
If you will it crash if you rewind it?
I hope not.
Just if you can go back to before I climb.
What's 153? I'm gonna go like here.
Alright,
You-
so I'm just climbing now.
Yeah.
So basically what
a
happened?
bit more.
Yeah, a bit more if you don't mind. Alright, yeah, from here it's fine. So if you keep watching the helicam.
Mhm.
So like I'm constantly looking. I had like one med, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna last long in this fight. So I'm constantly watching the ping,
Getting closer slowly and slowly.
Yeah.
I see you. Yeah.
And then as soon as the ping goes, I go for it. I'm screaming at Amphi to cover me. I
Yeah,
climb,
just
guy
cover fire.
shoots.
Yep.
Amphi shoots the guy who's shooting me.
Trades. Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I'm straight up. Tim also went for it as well. Probably wasn't a bad option at the time, but as soon as Amphi dropped that one guy, the full team just pushed forward.
I assume he was like, okay, if you climbed, it's safe for me to climb, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably what happened. But
I think the reason for the delay on the med on Tim then was because Amphi got dinked, I think. So he was medding.
Yeah.
Didn't have time to get Tim up.
Again, pain. Okay, I get you have to do something, but
We did kind of like an old strat that we used to do, like back in serve and stuff, where we climb and we just leave Stormin on the ground
mhm.
because he's such a good player. Like, always picks up kills, which Amphi climbs obviously reads the
Smart. Yeah, he saw
yeah
around fighting here and there. I'm fighting. Yeah, that was smart.
uh and leaving Stormin on the ground. He killed 4 people, so there's 40 points.
Yeah, that's you can leave one, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's not
So
many people alive.
yeah. So he got 40 points from this fight alone.
Yeah.
He'd have got 30 if he climbed. So we still kind of come out on top by 10 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Got so unlucky here as well.
Oh, that was a good seed swap though.
Yeah.
The resolution here got lucky, in my opinion. But
Yeah, they kind of picked up the scraps, but
yeah.
do what you have to do, I suppose.
Okay, let's see last game. Okay, so 11's. What's 11 doing? Are they hot dropping Skadi? That's no recall, right? 14's again hot dropping Fort.
Well, they had success last time, so why not?
Yeah, why not?
I wonder how like back to Bangkok will play next week. Like teams like this, like Force One back to Bangkok, who like had like early fights and it didn't work out well.
Yeah, I wonder
Like,
as well.
yeah, I wonder how they'll play it next time. See, that's crazy that Alvita and Graveyard are left open.
Yeah, because I
Like,
remember Kieran saying, Alvator's not looted, guys. I didn't even pay
yeah.
attention, to be honest.
See, our first call from this was if we get this zone, if we get full mountain and full west,
Hmm.
we instantly go towards Graveyard and loot it.
Strange call by no recall. I guess they were like, listen, guys, we don't have that many points. We have to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get kills. And I assume they were checking VOD and seeing like
Who
choosing
spawns
which
or
team, yeah, choosing which team they'll spawn on. So you'd usually go for like bottom 3 teams. No offense to those teams, but like you guys gain least points, right? So it makes
yeah.
sense for
It's
teams to
not
hot
even
drop.
yeah. It's that and it's like, well, these teams aren't doing well. The confidence is probably low.
Yeah, also that
Like,
true.
and then you've got the shock that team have then got the shock of another team spawning on them. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like we're already doing shit. Now we've got to fight this.
Yeah. See, this fight's going different now. Oh, Shark Deck. Okay, good from back to Bangkok. They don't lose anyone.
So then there we go. Like they actually won the fight this time. So
Hmm.
maybe they'll get fought to themselves next week.
Maybe, I don't know. They just get, yeah, just got demoted, so they won't be hot dropping anymore. No recoil, pushing this fight. This is a good glide in for Malkachan. Take the high ground on it.
Very risky push though.
True. By himself, but I guess he got some info from it.
Yeah.
He's trying to spray. Okay, Kissick
But
dies.
spraying with an LV though, like
But look at the time. They instantly storm the house, right?
that's the thing when you're pushing people like that. Unless it's like a 4v4, when it's like you're pushing 4 people are pushing 2 or 3 people, like
Yeah.
one person's gonna look in the wrong way. Like you realistically should come out on top.
I'd say Sproofy did a good job knocking that, but you just lost 2 players. There was no need. Valor could have like backed off from this.
Yeah. To be fair, they could have thought it was the team that. No, actually, they just seen
Well,
the kill feed, but
yeah,
it wasn't. Yeah.
you see who it is. Look how fast we rotate there. It's insanely fast rotation, but not enough loot, I guess.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm getting tired with this. Ugh. Also have to wake up in 4 hours.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are golden in this, aren't you?
Well, we thought so, yeah.
Around, well, yeah, you never know, but like first zone, you see that and you're like, oh God.
Yeah. The thing is, like, normally when you see that, like 99% of the time, no matter which way the zone goes, you still get half of hill.
Oh yeah, obviously, I do that.
Normally, this time, no.
Well, you saw us where we glided as well, right? We wanted to
Yeah.
take the Wagner Mountain, but in theory, if we stayed, look where our spot is right now.
Hmm.
It ends Ring Mountain. So if we stay there, we probably win the game. If you
Look how
just stay, but you
risky
don't
that
know.
was for NG, like just driving straight past
Mm.
Scotty.
Again, two spread also. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this. If Barofed gets caught off, he's dead, definitely. He's way too far. They should have waited for him.
I suppose with no recoil, not like used to spawning there, like they probably wouldn't suspect that team rotating there.
Mm. Okay, so this is where we glide off. We see NK. We also see ELS. No, we don't see ELS. ELS shoots us.
Yeah, so we were thinking like, was your plan to go to passes by any chance, and then you turned off because
No.
NK were there.
Our plan was to go past it after we've seen one glider. We're like, we see a glider in a car, right? So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, this guy's alone. And then I spot another glider already glided in past it, and I'm like, okay, we can't go there. He's gonna spray
Yeah.
us. So that's why we keep going towards Wagner.
Yeah.
And this is where Taylor gets picked off by someone from NK from Passer. He gets killed while gliding.
There's nothing worse than dying gliding.
Yeah, not shooting a bullet.
Yeah,
F1 again,
yeah.
I'm gonna talk about this. They're so scared of normal rotations and what they've been doing. Look what they're doing now. They're putting themselves in such a bad spot.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is where Taylor dies. With an LV, what? Uh, yeah, F1 gets absolutely deleted here. I don't know why they were here this side. Maybe they wanted to glide from the mountain behind it, but I
If you
guess.
actually, if you look at it, like we watch this, right,
Hmm.
and you see. Okay, so if you pause it now,
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, why am I
sorry,
slow?
just,
Because
just,
my
just go
hand
back on them.
is it?
Yeah. All right. So you see just where it says city on Ring Mountain City, you see
Yeah.
that like dark spot. F1 were actually there, and then they went back into the zone.
I wanna say they wanted to go here and then glide,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like that's the only thing I can think of like they were doing because like they actually held that position that
Mm.
Exalti ended up in, like in the last zone that Exalti were on top of, like
Yeah, this one. Yeah, here.
yeah. So they actually gave that up to go back into zone and then ran into Exalti and lost the fight.
But that's the thing, right? They're insecure now because they haven't been doing well. Like they've been cut off from rotations. That's again my what I've been saying, right? They've been
Hmm.
cut off here. They don't know if there's a team here. So if there's a team here, right, we kill them from this
Hmm.
hill. If they
Yep.
stay here, we can shoot at them. I think
Yep.
that's why they decided not to be there that early.
Yep.
And Exalti obviously doesn't know that we killed F1 from here, so they still go there and it pays off for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, also like we held this spot. If we were there all the time, like we could have just easily taken this rock next zone.
Also, like next time the map comes up, look where NG are.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell did they get to that rock even.
I have no idea.
I
They
thought they
literally
were this
look,
side. Yeah.
look. So they end up from there. They
To
end up
here.
all yeah, like all the way there. Like
That's interesting.
how
I wanna
how have
see.
they got past that many teams?
I wanna see as well.
I'm guessing like
It
teams
could
have
have
fought
been
and
luck.
died,
Yeah, too.
like
That too also.
because that's like a like you've gone from Balmung all the way east,
Mm.
and then coming all the way basically back to center.
We took out DS on the way. Okay.
They took out DS on the way. Oh, so they fought through and killed DS.
Okay, but I wanna know, like, where did you go? You turn towards Wagner and fight DS there? Is that what happened?
Did they have time in like the old zone to get in? Did they go through old zone or was it new zone the whole way?
We'll see. I guess we'll see. But I expected them to be on this side. Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah, they always go that side. It's also good to see that they change up things as well.
yeah.
Maybe if they did go this side, it wouldn't pay off as well, right? You never know how it would go, but
Yeah, we need to check Moss files tomorrow, by the way, at some point.
okay, so you guys turn towards Wagner and you fight DS, I assume.
We got in zone. We got in zone without zone pop. Oh, what did they just drive all the way, the whole way?
We'll see now. But this is like, no, we got in zone without zone popping.
Yes. Okay.
Basically, our spot is Alvitra now because we were forced, because three different teams, ELS, NK, and you guys were shooting us while we were gliding, so we had to like drop down. But we were good with it because, you know, it's still close to center and we have cars, we can rotate
Yeah.
from there, so it's not
I'm
that
reading
bad.
I'm reading Freelancer's comments in chat. Like, I feel sorry for that kid because like he's never like competed in anything before. He was so excited to play, and then
Who
his
was he
captain did
supposed to play with?
DDAS, but his
Oh yeah, I
captain didn't
remember.
respond to like the confirmation thing, so they
Mm.
got replaced. And then the next day after they got replaced, Freelancer was like, "Oh, do I play on Saturday or Sunday?" And I was like, "Oh,
Oh
like
my god,
I felt
feels
so
bad.
bad for him."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Resolution in a good
Deadly,
spot.
what is Deadly doing though? Why are they gliding this side?
Wait, where the fuck have no recoil? What the fuck? Where no?
Snow Lake Mountains, like down below, because they spawned Scuddy, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's
All right,
Snow
okay.
Lake somewhere.
But this rotate though, like
It's the same NG did, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
the thing is, like I don't agree with this follow. Like there's hardly any cover along this side, this ridge, this side of the map.
Yeah, no. And okay, let's look at this. NK, they were, from the first zone, they were in passer and zone ends there. It's just pure luck again. Sometimes it is like that.
Hmm.
Okay, so basically NK is the best spot ever. Like they have passer, middle zone. Maybe the rock, this one would be the better spot, but
So like looking at this now, we should have took the cars off that we had on top of Wagner
instantly move.
and drove into it. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, you know.
Like we thought, right, we'll go to the two houses,
Hmm.
like outside passes, because it's like basically on the border of the zone.
Yeah.
So like either way, if we didn't get safe, we were like literally 20 meters away from safe. But ended up getting gate kept. Wait, what?
What
What?
happened? Did he crash or something?
No, he just crawled off. Like he's
Yeah,
probably
but
just
why is he still there? I'm pretty sure he crashed, so he couldn't look. He's in the old zone. He died in the old zone. So he reconnected, and then I guess he was already knocked.
God.
That's unlucky. I think we're gonna third party this fight.
We were going to third party you fighting someone else as well at one point because that was another option for us to get out because I think it was NG2. Did you fight NG2?
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
Because
I
they had
think
like
here.
three cars, and we
Yeah.
come into those houses and Amphi was like, "There's three cars there. We can like push that fight and then take the cars."
Yeah.
We just didn't. I think, yeah, I don't know. To be fair, I don't know why we didn't do it.
Okay, so you guys go far left, and I don't know, like it's interesting to see, but obviously it worked out.
So we seen NK go to
Passer.
Passer.
Mm.
So it was a bit like, right, we're already in the air, so where the fuck do we go now?
Yeah, we steal kills here. NG is fighting. Yeah, this is where NG wipes DS. Poor NGB. They were getting shot by every side.
Yeah, the last thing you want is 3 people in a little house like this.
Yeah.
2 people throwing nades, one in the top floor, one in the bottom floor. You're fucked.
There's nothing you can do. You can just like run and pray.
Fair play on Winter though, taking that.
Yeah, they won. They killed another. I think we steal this one. Snyros or someone else outside.
I know
No,
Auslander
there's a
gets the
wolf.
res on Winter, I'm pretty sure he does.
The house is getting destroyed.
Yep.
This is where we decide. Like we know there's a team here, a team behind them. We're gonna grab the car and like sit here.
That, you see where you just marked? Like,
Yeah.
that was the position that we were going to go to.
Mm.
And as we started going across there, Exalty started shooting us from the hill. So
Oh,
we literally
yeah.
had to turn back on ourselves. You might see it actually. I think they get it on stream. We're literally on our way, and then I let us like, boys, go back. Like, there's so much ground we have to cover. We're not going to get across it.
That could have also saved you because we were already there, and I don't think you guys knew we were there.
No, we did, because
Oh, you
Amphi
saw
dropped
the
one of
car.
you.
Oh, there.
Amphi,
Okay. Oh, yeah.
yeah, Amphi dropped Joshy, I think, with a Mosin or a Remington.
Look at this now. Okay, so you guys got into the zone. No one's that side.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that's how you got to the rock. Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
There,
this is
Amphi's.
yeah.
Watch how far this shot is, by the way. Watch when it shows you on the map. Look how far that shot is. We're far right.
Jesus, yeah.
So that's when we knew that you were there, because we were actually going to push towards that ridge that you're on.
Yeah. We can move earlier because we had Exalti spamming the fuck out of us.
Same.
I remember I was thinking in myself, can these guys please run out of bullets? Because this is pissing me off. Like, they shot so many times on us. ELS is pushing into no recall. Oh, no recall is pinched here. Oh, God.
I kind of respect this like ballsy push though. Like, this is an unnecessary push, really.
Yeah, but
Like, they don't need to fight this. They can just pull away with that tower behind them.
they do have Torix though controlling from the tower though, so that's
True.
one good thing. And if you see, like, no recalls just grouped up on
Yeah.
that one rock.
You know, they have cars and stuff, so like they didn't really need to do it.
True. They go wiped.
Don't know. I just think it was unnecessary. Like, if you're gonna full send that, like, I don't know. It was just a bit disorganized. Okay, so like you'll see now, you see us moving across.
What was the call? Why did you guys call to go back to Passer though? Because you could have gotten
We,
anywhere.
we, no, like we were like 3 of us were like half HP or from Exalty.
You don't want to know how this happened, right? So Exalti shoots on us. Josh is like, I'm gonna turn around and shoot that guy. He turns around, knocks him with a Mosin. While the guy's falling, I headshot him and terraced him while he was falling down. There
Nice.
was no knockdown protection or anything.
Yeah.
He got double headshotted, died instantly. I was like, this guy's mad as fuck. But yeah, we're kind of stuck. They're shooting on us, like we can't do much. We gotta wait and see what we can do.
If we had smokes, we could have made a wall, but we didn't have any. We didn't have a car. We didn't have smokes. Didn't have nothing.
We wanted to like just go into the zone through the field and like get anywhere, just get to the zone. That was like our play. But then I think resolution ends up pushing us, and that delays us. And then I get stuck on a fucking sledge. Couldn't drive the vehicle, and I end up dying. Like have to stop healing, and someone shoots me in the car.
He's just thrown a grenade out the map. That was the worst grenade I've ever seen.
Yeah. Look how
I don't think
open this is. Like
I don't
it's
think people
really...
realize you can ping and then you throw the grenade on the ping. Alright, so I do like a risky push here to be fair, but in my defense, I was looking on the roofs of all the houses. I couldn't see a silhouette, couldn't see anything. So I thought, right, I heard him, I heard Yolk, well, we know it's Yolk now, I heard him glide away. I was like, right boys, Kev, they might flank left, they might flank left. This was a really disorganized fight, really disorganized. So I go first, I get knocked in the air. I managed to get revived by Amphi. But as I do that, Tim then pushes to the little blue on his own for some reason. I don't know why. Like didn't say anything, just pushed it in there.
Oh, that was risky.
Yeah, like which he ended up getting knocked, and then yeah, like
this is where the fight ends. Yeah.
Like I said, go, which was when I like glided. Like the call was go, which for me it was like right, everybody push this house and take this house. Like not one person like go alone.
Yeah, but okay, but watching this, you guys were around here, right?
Yeah, we were pinned there.
Oh, you had cars or no?
Nope, nothing.
Oh, okay then. Fair enough. Fair play.
Yeah.
Because like I would say, if you had a car, just drive and pray.
Yeah. That's
Better
both,
play
yeah.
than like just getting in here.
That's what we would have done. The choice was right. We either carry on going across that field. We've got SF to the right at somewhere because you guys were fighting. We're already getting shot from Exalti on the hill, or we take the easy, but still hard way and try and push through this. Which this was probably the best choice we had
at the moment.
Yeah. I think like the zone wall kind of like saved me a bit because I said to the boys, I said, right, just let's glide out. Let's go to the right and glide out.
Oh, that was
Obviously, I'd already gone by the time Amphi got knocked.
We both go for the same rock because I
put the
remember.
sound on.
Yeah, I had that.
Don't see me.
Please don't see me. Please don't see me.
This is where I get pinged off a fucking team up here, 100%.
Look on the minimap how far I'm behind my team.
Oh, there's a car coming in behind me. GG.
Look, because I got fucking stuck on a sledge. And then I have to start
Oh my
healing.
God.
Pushing me.
I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, there's a car coming in behind me now. If I went for Joshy first, maybe it'd have been different. Maybe like, realistically looking at it now, if Amphi didn't get knocked, we all could have come in that side.
Unlucky boys.
I'd have had someone else to fight that with me. If I got knocked, they'd have probably got traded.
Yeah.
Then we'd have had the car to hide behind. We'd have been able to med. Storm wouldn't have been in a 1v3, 4.
4, yeah. Fair play though. Again, Exalti having the supreme spot, and I can't say NG has a good spot because of heli position. But Exalti having a supreme fucking spot, I don't know how they didn't win this.
I haven't even watched this this end game, man.
I have to talk. Is Kyoto Tiny or Kyoto? Is any of the two of you in the chat still? I need something to be explained now at the end game. Because I can see Kyoto panicking the fuck out of him. He made so many mistakes.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a really good kill from him. Funny, I wasn't paying attention. If I saw Resolution fighting Exalti, I would have told Josh to push that side.
Hmm. Where did NG go from here?
They drop down, I'm pretty sure, when they see the heli.
Look at the meds. Fucking hell.
Yeah, well, they wiped DS, and DS spawns in the Wagner and not Wagner, Herschel and the other, and they also have their own loot. So Josh's fucked. But still, like being by himself, he was pay. Look, he's just watching the alley.
Mm-hmm.
Even by himself, like after that, he goes into heli control. Like he could have stayed here. He could have held that ridge. But he's just, yeah, as soon as the zone popped, he starts running towards heli. Takes heli control. Watch, 3, 2, 1, go. Now we clearly see there's 4 people on the left, and I'm like, Josh, careful, they're pushing you. Don't face them.
He's in a good position, to be fair.
Yeah, but he's alone versus 4
Yeah,
people.
yeah, that's
It's
only
kind of
fair.
hard.
Does he get that?
No, I told, like, I don't think he understood me. I told him, Josh, you get this kill, but he pulled back. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Because he could have easily gotten this kill. But yeah,
He's
you'll
in not
see
a bad
now.
position there. He's got rocks either side of him.
Yeah. Macros. I just read the chat. Yeah, I think he knocks two. Two of them, two of NK. He knocked one far, and then he got pushed by Yolka. He knocked Yolka, and then Bulbasaur just pre-fired him.
Fair enough. What can you do?
Yeah. At this point, NG has the best spot. They're full man.
There's no way that guy went for that climb. Fuck. Do people not know how to play end zone? Do they not understand like what the white circle is?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Like sometimes I watch people go for traffic. I'm like, are you dumb? There's like 6 people watching you.
Mm.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
He was dead before he could even fucking peek over the wall.
As soon as he peeked, he got beamed.
No way did they 4-man board it.
No, no. Watch this. Okay, he meds. He panics. Stops the med. He's like, I'm gonna go for a climb. No, I'm not. He meds. He cancels again. He panics and loses the fight.
You know, he thinks the guy's closer than he is.
Yeah. He
That would have
panicked.
been
You can see in his
yeah.
movement, like looking left, right, looking towards heli, like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then,
That would have been their first place. That.
yeah, yeah. And also, like, you have one guy alive. It's always worth if you can go for a climb. That's 30 points, right? Than risking losing what happened
Yeah, exactly. Like it's either climb for 30 or fight one man for 10.
for 10, yeah. And
Or
possibly
risk it.
losing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck that. 7th place, no kills. Ugh.
We didn't do any better. We had like 4 kills. 4th place.
6 kills. 6. Oh, 4
4.
kills. Yeah, 4.
4, yeah. But yeah, that was those games. It was definitely fun to play, and I always love to play in these games.
Yeah, serious games with good teams. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't beat it.
But that should be it. We're gonna do Bravo tomorrow. Hopefully,
Yeah.
this is gonna be helpful to some teams, and I would advise all the teams. I'm probably gonna post like a link to the video
Mm.
if teams wanna see, just check it and listen to what we speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Dan.
No worries, mate. Be on tomorrow. Do Bravo tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do Bravo tomorrow. All right, it's really late and I am
Sick, yeah.
sleepy and I gotta go sleep. All right,
No worries, mate. Just message me when you're on tomorrow.
will do.
All right.
Thank you
Good night,
again.
mate.
Good night.
See ya. Bye.
See ya. All right, guys. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope this is gonna be helpful for some of you. We're gonna keep doing this every Sunday, possibly a bit earlier, so we can finish earlier. But yeah, anyway, uh, I'm gonna go sleep, and I hope you guys have a good night and good day if you're NA or whichever region. All right, bye.